doing great and we're having another day. So I want to watch this event. It is I said let me just play the full event today and we go through it and see how the full event was. Yeah, the full fight robot event and also have a video for what? Also have a video for uh, there's this event which happens in San Francisco. It's called an underground robot fight. They call it REK or REK. Usually you have to pay for it in order to attend and also do live streams though. So there's a fight for the same that also want us to watch how it was. They recently bought a new robot called the the T800 from Engine I. So it will be interesting to see how they use it as well. They haven't used it in any fight so far. But in case you're here, just hit the like button. Let's get into it.
欢迎来到首届全球人形机器人自由格斗联赛 URKL 的现场，这里是深圳。
So like I said, this is the Engine AI like full event one from beginning all the way to the end. Let me first of all confirm if I'm audible. Man, I have to confirm if I'm audible. But yeah, this is the full event from beginning all the way to the end, and that's what we want to play. My audio is not interesting though, but I see I'm audible. I don't know why my audio today is I don't know why it's doing this to me. Oh, it is here. It switched on some thing called noise cancellation. I don't know how to switch it off.
It's time, round one, let's go！
来了，一上来，白色雄鹰，非常的激进，尝试使用这个
一个小飞腿。
失去平衡，能快速起身吗？没有任何的问题。
核心是稳住了啊！
是的，是的。
刚刚是踢到了对方，拿到了1分。然后现在我们看动力士呢，也是跃跃欲试啊，先熟悉一下这个感觉，因为第一个回合呢，双方好像没有那么激进啊。
还是要稍微的感受一下这个整个场地的距离。未战先示弱吗？这个有一个非常重要机制要跟大家说一下，就是大家看一下现在这个我们斗牛士在做什么，他做一些嘲讽的动作，这个是要加入到我们分数当中的。
对
一旦有任何这个嘲讽。
I think audio is back. Yeah, you can click. I think audio is back. You can click the link and come on the show in case you want to. But let's go.
和挑衅的动作出现，我们是可以加分的啊。
对的，比较有观赏性，这就是机器人格斗的一个魅力了。
OK 了，你看
是的，
明显是前面白色雄鹰是没有找好自己的一个整个程序的节奏，现在是赶紧进行了一下调整。
是的，现在呢马上要找到自己的这个节奏。
但斗牛士手握旗鼓，好帅气的一个高
回旋腿没中，但现在我们斗牛士有效的分数已经来到了7分。
对的，不到1分钟的时间，比分差还是拉的。
我觉得应该是这一次的短暂的碰撞的时候，应该是影响到了白色雄鹰的一定的这个身体情况。
对，
好吧。
哦，
这两边呢互换了一腿，但是还是擦肩而过啊，问题不大。
很明显，现在白色雄鹰稍微有些踉跄了。
是的，开场的节奏其实是可以更好的把握一点的。
这毕竟
好，再加1分，再加1分啊，这个很重要，这个很重要。
又调。
And also, when you do stuff like this, like when you try to agitate the enemy, they sort of give you more points. Like they give you more points for that. The enemy, they sort of give you more points. Like they give you more points for that. But my mic is for yeah, they were giving points when you sort of like you're agitating the enemy or you're making them feel like somehow like they feel bad. For that you get some extra points.
挑衅到了，你不过来攻，我继续挑衅你，
有没有感觉有一种这种动漫感？有没有这种热血动漫感？因为其实像这种在打架过程当中，也能够给对方一定的这个。
OK，
稍微的这种嘲讽以及挑衅的机制是非常有趣的。好，那我们这边应该是白色雄鹰
请求暂停，time out。因为呢，刚刚可能在工程师那边呢，也是及时的意识到这个问题，
需要排查一下。
对，可能在 balance 方面不是很 balance。
我觉得应该是我们round one 开始了之后，然后马上给到的一个第一波的这个碰撞，那应该暂停回来了。
好，暂停回来之后呢，我们看到斗牛士前面已经拿了很多的分数啊，已经开始跳舞了啊，在跳 Chrome 啊，跳了一组。OK， 在暂停回来呢，也是要看一下这个白色雄鹰在做了一个紧急的处理之后，会不会有更好的一个调整？
感觉可以从他们的这个状态看得出来他们的这种心理了。像斗牛士刚刚就是非常欢欣雀跃的，然后白色雄鹰感觉现在有一点谨慎了。
现在呢，我们的裁判老师呢也是先把我们的这个边框呢，先给固定一下因为其实在两边大战的过程当中呢，真有可能会，如果是没有扣紧的一个情况下，真有可能会飞出来啊。
简单来说，要先把这个门给锁起来。
是
冲击力太大了，
这个非常非常重要，这个非常重要。
冲击力太猛了，因为有前车之鉴，因为他们之前对练的时候有出现这样的情况。OK， 暂停回来，我们的比赛重新开始。
我出现了一个右手的摆拳，
上来一个组合拳，两拳已经是到位了啊。再来一个
再次进攻，后扫的一个边腿，而且灵活躲开。哇，斗牛士非常灵活啊！
这就是操作上的优势啊，
应该可以连续拿到分数了。
对，一个回旋腿没中，调整一下啊 ，OK， 又是一个踢腿，正中胸膛啊！
现在分数是12比1，这样剩下的不到3分钟的时间之内，白色雄鹰要紧追了。
是。
一个正面蹬踏，但没有能够打中，看来距离的把控上面还是不是特别的理想。
感觉斗牛士现在的节奏把控非常紧凑，
但你反观斗牛士呢，现在越来越进入状态了。
对，斗牛士他对于这个方位上的把控，目前来说 OK， 这招不错，
是一个外脚的向内的一个蹬踏，但第一时间是没有能够打中部位，反倒是白色雄鹰拿到分数，加分加分加分。
加起分来，
全场的观众也在给你欢呼，还在加分，
持续输出自己的这个感受当中，
一直加分，还不起来继续加分，我只能说
还在读秒，还腿，但是还是擦肩而过啊，问题不大。
很明显，现在白色雄鹰稍微有些踉跄了。
是的，开场的节奏其实是可以更好的把握一点的。
这毕竟第一个
再加1分，再加1分啊，这个很重要，这个很重要。
有。
Pull up. Just try to see if I can fix my microphone situation. I don't know what happened to my microphone today. I was using a DJI microphone. I think this one is a little bit better. So I've been using this one. It's called DJI Mic Mini, and today it switched on this one. When I was switching on, you see this grayish yellowish light here. So it switched it off today on its own. I'd never seen it on, and I don't know how to turn it off. But when it is that way, it means it's doing noise cancellation. But now it's suppressing my voice a lot because I don't have a transmitter. So yep. Oh, but I see this is someone who subscribed. Yes, it's called Jukes or someone. Thanks a lot, man. I'm sorry I'm talking about other stuff instead of playing the video, but let me get into it and play the video. Thanks a lot for subscribing. I was trying to fix my audio situation. Yeah, I had an issue with my audio situation, and now I'm using this other type of mics. But let me see. I was also trying to stream on Kick. Let me see if I have someone that side before I play the video. But like I said, this is round one. Yeah, this is a little bit better, but not no more. Thanks a lot for subscribing, man. Thanks a lot for subscribing. In case you want to join, you can just click the link and you come on the show. You say hi. Don't feel afraid. People decide they don't even know. Like most people, very few people watch this stuff when I'm doing a live stream, so you should not be afraid. So let me start it from all the way from the beginning as we go on. But round one and round two and round three, I'd already posted it on the channel. I guess you guys had already seen it. So but let me just go back. And also the next one, in case you're waiting for it, the next event is coming this August, but there will be the World Robot Games first of all, which is happening early somewhere around 22nd August. Then the second event of this one now, the robot fight, is also supposed to happen in August. They haven't yet released the dates and everything and the location, but it's supposed to happen this August. But this was crazy. Though in the first round they were making a lot of mistakes, so
It's time, round one, let's go!
that's round one.
来了，一上来，白色雄鹰非常的激进，尝试使用这个地精，但是失去平衡，能快速起身吗？
Then
没有
in
任何的
round
问
one they were
题。
making a lot of misses.
好
And
心是稳住了啊！
是的，是的。
刚刚是
Lot
踢到了
of
对方，
complained
拿到了1
about
分。
SM.
然后现在我们看东陵市呢也是跃跃欲试啊，先熟悉一下这个感觉，因为第一个回合呢双方好像没有那
see
么
like,
激
see
进
like
啊。
that point. At
还
that
是要稍
point,
微的感受一下
this was
这个。
this was during round one. At that point, it wasn't like there was no. It did not eat the other robot. It just fell down on its own. Like this robot came close to it and as if it wanted to hit it, and then it fell down. Let me take it back a little bit. Even let me show you this way better. It just fell down on its own, which was odd. Sorry. I think that
稍微的感受一下，没有任何的问题。
核心是稳住了啊！
是的，是的。
刚刚是踢到了对方，拿到了1分。然后现在我们看东陵市呢也是跃跃欲试啊，先熟悉一下这个感觉，因为第一个回合呢双方好像没有那么激进啊。
you see that robot just
还是要
fell
稍
down
微
on
的
its
感
own.
受
It
一下
wasn't
这个
even
整个
hit.
场地的距离。
I found that to be odd
位
somehow.
先
我
示弱吗？这个有一个非常重要机制要跟大家说一下，就是大家看一下现在这个我们斗牛士在做什么，他做一些嘲讽的动作。 这个是要加入到我们分数当中的，
对
一旦有任何这个嘲讽和挑衅的动作出现，我们是可以加分的啊。
对的，比较有观赏性，这就是技人格斗的一个魅力了。
OK 了，你看，
是的，
明显是前面白色雄鹰是没有找好自己的一个整个程序的节奏，现在是赶紧进行了一下调整。
是的，现在呢马上要找到自己的这个节奏。
但斗牛士手握击物好帅气的一个高
围拳腿没中，但现在我们斗牛士有效的分数已经来到了7分。
对的，不到1分钟的时间，比分差还是拉的。
我觉得应该是第一次的短暂的碰撞的时候，应该是影响到了白色雄鹰的一定的这个身体情况。
对，
好吧。
哦，
这两边的互换了一腿，但是还是擦肩而过啊，问题不大。
很明显，现在白色雄鹰稍微有些亮。
This round was a little bit boring.
开场的节奏其实是可以更好的把握一点的。
这毕竟第一个
再加1分，再加1分啊，这个很重要，这个很重要。
又挑衅到了，你不过来攻，我继续挑衅你，
有没有感觉有一种
嘲讽
动漫感？有没有热血动漫感？因为其实像这种在打架过程当中，也能够给对方一定的这个稍微这种嘲讽以及挑衅的机制是非常有趣的。好，那我们这边应该是白色雄鹰
请求暂停，time out，因为呢，刚刚可能在工程师那边呢也是及时的意识到这个问题，
需要排查一下。
对，可能在 balance 方面没有扣紧的一个情况下，真有可能会飞出来啊。没有扣紧的一个情况，
那白色雄鹰要紧追了。
是。
哦，一个正面蹬他的没有能够打中，看来距离的把控上
The
面还是
misses,
不
the
是特别的
misses,
理
the
想。
misses.
感觉
But
斗
the
牛
good
士现在
thing
的
is,
节奏把控非常
嗯
紧凑。
但你反观斗牛
the
士
good
呢，
thing
现
is,
在越来越进入状态了。
对，斗牛士他对于这个方位上的
see
把
the
控
black
现在
robot went,
这脚不错。
是一个外
is
脚
not
的
done.
向内
The
的一个
black
蹬
robot
踏，
went
但
out,
第一
went
时
ahead to
间
win
没有
this
能够打
event,
中部位，
which
反
was
倒是白
odd.
色球衣拿到分数，加分加分加分！
加起分来没
全场的
At this
观
point,
众
when I
也在给
translated
你
to
欢
English,
呼，
they were
还
saying
在
that
加
points,
分，
points, points, points.
持续
And also
投
this
入
dancing,
你的这个
you
感
get
受当
added
中
some
一直
points
加
on.
分，还不起来继续加分，我只
And
能说
but as of now,
还在读
the
秒能起来吗？
another
斗
thing
牛士
about these robots
好，
is
难道
once
要
they
读
fall
秒的时
down,
间？那
you
可
can
能
see
接
how
下
this
来
one
会
is
进入到裁
struggling
判的
to
一个
wake
读秒。
up. Like usually, I've seen from people who have bought Unity robots, when you buy it or when it's lying down, it has to lie in a specific position so that when you place the button for it to wake up, it then wakes up straight. But in case it is lying in a certain position that is not like straight or something is a little bit off, it won't be able to stand up on its own, which was happening at this in this case. Like it was struggling a lot.
读秒的时间了，
对的，现在已经在读秒时间了，我们的读秒时间是30秒啊，我们的裁判已经在读秒了，现在。
好
OK， 斗牛士申请暂停。
那暂停回来。
啊，我们白色雄鹰这个还没嘲讽完呢，这个可以看得出确实很乐了啊，这一下。
我这样看起来，感觉白色雄鹰的这个肢体协调性比我还强。
这个怎么说呢？
好
这里面也录了很多大这个
裁判让
国际
格斗
神呐。
恢
OK
复，
我们斗牛士呢也是先一个冲刺，再找一次机会啊。
明显还是有一定影响。
哦呦，这一下碰撞声，我隔着这么远都听得到啊。
是的，带一个耳返已经
连续的挥空，现在双方找准自己的一个位置，漂
Wow.
亮，顶想做一个顶膝
So
加
many
上
misses.
前
The
蹬腿。
perception of this robot is so off, but I
双
think
方互换
they'll
两
be
招，斗牛
improving
士
the time
拉开距离转
because they're
身。
unable to
很
lock
快的一个
on
转身，
on the
OK，在前
opponent.
刺，但是这个位置不好，
这个后面腿正好被闪过，
This
好
was a
躲，
good
这一
one.
下真的好躲。
这个回旋踢平
I
衡
think
的
by the
利
time
用
we
啊
get to the finals in
好
December,
漂亮
the
是
finals
有分的
coming in December,
互
they
换了
will
一
have
脚，
really
再
improved
拿
a
到一个
lot,
分数啊！
especially in
反观
terms
之
of
斗牛士这边也
perception
是紧随其后，
and
想
being able to
正
see
面的
the
蹬踏是没有
opponent
那么
as
成功。
professional
踢这
runners.
一下还好是机甲了。
But for now, they are struggling a lot.
双方现在就是你来我回的这种感觉。
是的，
That was a
高
good
边
one.
腿的一个动作，非常漂亮。
这个旋风腿差点就中了，中了的话那肯定是10加球，不是10
There's
加
a
球是10
miss,
加 T 了。
misses,
我们
a
前面说到
misses,
了，
a
这个高
misses.
大的这个扭力上面，他们是可以承载这种高难度的动作的，
是的，
平衡性也非常的好。
刚那个制空感真的太强了。
哎，有没有这个场外的花式动作打分的？我现在想
Like
给他
all
打个
this
分
time,
呐
there's no hit
啊，
actually.
100分
There's
满
no
分，想
hit.
打个99 分。
That was a good one. That was an kick.
那现在我们看到斗牛士依然是领先。
That was a good one.
这个旋风腿刚好是被白色雄鹰这边影响了一下，所以说没有完全
As
做
of
出来
now, the
被
white
逼到了
robot
现在
is
场地的
15,
边
the
缘，
black
漂
one
亮
is 9.
一个左手的一个前刺拳，其实加了一点点摆动。
而且有一点顶尖啊，有一点这个咏春的意思了。
那我们需要关注这个时间，第一局已经所剩不多
啊，
了。
还有
不到
22
20秒的时间了
的时间。目前分数上的白色雄鹰
斗牛
还
是15比9。
对啊，白色雄鹰有点落后，问题不大，还是要找机会，要寻求这个有效的击打，因为
Your
在这个
producer
小臂
how
跟
to
大
doing
臂上
great
呢
though.
进行击打呢是不算
Yeah,
分
this
的。
was somehow funny anyways.
这个左摆拳没
It was funny, yeah.
4、
You see, like for now, it's kicking. It's not kicking anyone. It's
好
just
，round one
making
结
it.
束。
OK，
Like there's no one
在
doing
第一
it.
回合结束，来，我们再给一点掌声好吗？
But I think with time they will improve. I wasn't able to get into it.
欧过。
This was the highlight of the first round. Oh, your producer, how are you doing though? You see how it was making a lot of misses. That was the first round. And the highlights of the first round, it makes a lot of misses. So let me continue playing.
在第一回合结束，来，我们再给一点掌声好吗？
欧过。
There was someone who was asking like, what if a normal, like a human MMA fighter went head to head with these robots? Our producer is saying that he never understood how their targeting is so bad. It has to do. It is perception. You see how for you can be able to see something like let me just do this and play. Like for you, how in case you want to throw something from your hand to maybe a certain location, there's a way that your brain is able to calculate all this distance. Then once you throw that stone, you're sure that gonna land in a specific position. But for them, they still have issues with that, like perception, seeing the opponent and you lock on them, they still struggles. And apart from that, also there's an issue of like situational awareness. Like you have to to do calculations to know where the opponent is, and if I'm gonna kick him, I have to make sure that he's there by the time my kick reaches him. But maybe he's already jumped out of the way. There's some delays that they still have. The issue has to do with just the chip of the robot. With time, I think with improvement and faster chips, it might be much better. And also remember, this is China. For them, they are unable to use some of the most advanced NVIDIA chips. Most of them use NVIDIA Orin. It's called Orin what? I'll try to check it. But they're not using the most advanced ones, like the ones which the US has access to. You see that there's lag on the stream or on the robot side.
进攻性强了很多，
斗牛士也提高了自己使用腿技的一些频次。
好挡，这是用一个小摆拳挡下了这。
But I think it has to do with chips and also training. Maybe by the time they get to the December one, it will be much
目
better.
前两边是2-2，共同得到2个打点
This
分
was
哦。
this was what ID said.
稍微有些踉跄，但
ID, I remember you said so in one of the comment, and no, there's a comment that you said that it was AI and not real, and I saw a lot of guys came. I think a lot of guys from China. That video was watched by a lot of people from China. Let's say Hong Kong, and I saw a lot of people came after you, and they were like, you. They were saying that you are wrong. What were they saying? That you are wrong. This is real. Whatever. I saw a lot of people did comment on your comment until you stopped replying. But yeah, they're not really tethered on the shoulders. Usually that happens when they're trying to set them up or to do something. This one was just from what I got online, they were using Wi-Fi to send commands to them though. Although now there's some people who said no. There's someone who reached out and said no. How they were doing is they had already programmed like how they want the robots to do certain actions. Then during breaks is when you send those actions to the robot. But once the event begins or once the fight begins, you have to stop, and the robot has to figure all that on its own. But they are not tethered. Usually they do that in case you want to run a program on it or something, because when it goes wrong, the robot might fall down, or sometimes it acts crazy and violent. There's some videos I have of some of them which goes violent, and it can be scary if not fatal. The physics are off. You say that the physics, yeah, you say the physics about them waking up, about how they are standing up when they want to fall. That's just how usually most of them their recoveries, like recovery tool or software works. Oh, yeah, I got it. You say the yeah, there's some lag, so before it kicks, maybe before by the time it kicks, the opponent has already moved out of the way. But I did.
互换了一脚，
The physics in terms
他们是
of
想
standing
踢
up
对方的
is
脚
just how they are
这样的
programmed.
影响他的平衡性，
是的，
因为倒地是计3分的。
哦，
这脚踢到了这个躯干，
但是斗牛士刚刚那个姿势没有受影响。
最后的躯干
还是
也踢到了
想用一个膝踢啊。
是斗牛士这边其实用的更多的是他一些前侧步来进行。
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I understand. I think that's what the issue you had. But usually that's just how most of the robots, even if you watch the likes of Unity, when it wants to fall down, and is trying to recover or to use its recovery like software not to fall down, it usually does some crazy moves. It's not like how you and I, when we fall down, how we can be able to wake up. But also remember, it's not like its knees and joints, they don't work like ours, because yours and mine, I think it goes up to, like, the knee joint goes up to, is it 90 degrees? I think the knee joint is 90 degrees, yeah? Is it 90 or 180? I think somewhere around 90. But now for the robot, it can be able to go way beyond that. Like the knee joint can be able to go way beyond for these robots, that is. So they are able to, there's a situation that it can able to stand up, but it doesn't mean like it is off. But the guy, he did. I have his. He just sent me an email, message right now. I think he's watching the live, maybe somewhere, because he just sent me a message right now. He said, "Hello, boss. I wasn't able to get time to test it. It rained heavily this side." And then he went on to say that, "But I just measured the board itself, and I realized it makes its own electricity." So he has changed the statement. For now, he's saying that the board itself makes its own electricity, and it doesn't now come from the radio, the RF, or the antenna. So that's new. I think maybe maybe he'll come back. I'm sure he will. You're watching me. I don't Let me see if I can let me just say okay. Let me ask him if he's watching the live stream. But that's what he said. That I just measured the board itself and I realized that it produces its own electricity. So he has somehow changed the statement. It's the guy from yesterday. I thought he was coming back. Yeah, I thought so too. But he said that he was busy and it rained today. He wasn't able to measure stuff. But let me ask him in a message and see what he replies. I think he's maybe watching this somewhere because he just emailed me after I came live. Not email, send me a
及时
message
的
on
接
WhatsApp.
近，再加一个摆锤。
哎，这个 CT 一旦中一次，我觉得很危险啊。
哎呦，这一下 CT，
但是体力很快，
没关系
这就是我跟大家提到的快速的起身的灵活度啊。
这有到1秒钟吗？
对，
哎，我就不说别的了，反正其他机器人我没有看到能那么快起身的，好吧？
他起身速度太快了，像个弹簧一样，1秒计算1000次，跟他的芯片有非常大的关系啊。这是计算程度。
目前白色雄鹰是9分。
刚白色雄鹰呢也是及时的嘲讽了一番，又多加了1分。
哎，这一脚踢到了。
Yes, that's what he's saying actually. Let me copy and paste it here. I think.
这个 CT 终于是有在碰到啊。
对，顶到了。
I think he might be watching and maybe he's
特别的正
in the chat with you guys.
这个
在得分部位。
是的，分数是有的。
好，现在白色雄鹰呢也是在脚步上有所变化了，现在开始前涌步了，开始转身接下飞踢，但影响了平衡，没有踢出来，但目的不大，先拉开距离。东宁是
试探一波。
That's what he said.
是做很多的试探步啊，试探一步，左摆拳没中。
He said like this.
转回来，再来个左摆拳。
这个左摆拳中的很危险了，还好是没打中。
是的，打到了前。
有分。哦，连续的组合拳，漂亮。啊，右脚的一个横扫。
是，这一下侧踢空间不是很对，
两边比分紧咬啊。
是的。
哦，这个正踏有了。
可以，力的左手是相互的啊，稳如泰山，没倒。
That's what he said, yeah.
肘击没中。11比11，
正好躲过。
At least he says that weight distribution is still off. Say that I just measured the board itself and I realized it makes its own electricity.
频繁的给到对方前刺拳的一个骚扰，又打中了。这样的话频繁拿到得分。
是的。
14比11，还有2分多钟。
But these robots are making a lot of
刚开始落后，
mistakes.
现在已经反落为胜了。
反超了，现在反超了3分，14比11。转回来有点懵，假的，蒙你的，你以为我？
But when it comes to
正架的左手的一个
this,
摆拳，
when it comes to this, I usually see most of the robots made in China. That's how they recover whenever they fall down.
倒地了，很快的起身，没有任何的问题。
斗牛士，
但斗牛士是加分了的，
加3分
啊，是让对方完成了落地的话是可以加到3分的，所以现在是8比13。
是的，现在我怎么感觉这个守株待兔可能好一些，稳如泰山好一点，这出脚的那一方反。
哎，我持反对意见，最好的防守就是进攻。
进攻，对
啊，我用各种体育项目来教导你，包括昨晚。
攻防，
哎，
又再次倒地，又加分，21比13。
好吧，你这别奶了，再奶白色雄鹰不行了。
没有啊，我是正向啊，我说得进攻啊，对吧？
是，没问题。
还是持续的进攻。
再来一脚，斗牛士很凶啊。
在比分落后的情况下，白色雄鹰得想想办法了。
这把平衡性都强了。
Let me pause this. He said that he's in a meeting of some sort. That's what he's saying. Of course, like you said, maybe maybe you run away, but I think you come back with time. Maybe you come back with time, but he said that he's in a meeting. I did ask him if he's watching the live. He said that he's in a meeting. But what he said is that the board itself is making its own electricity. So what is the antenna doing? Like I said, it was the other guy who was doing that experiment. I don't think that it was him, but maybe we shall see. Maybe he come back another day. Yesterday he came on his own. It's not like I told him to come on the show. Uh, or is he even? Is he even? Okay. Liam, Lam, I see you are here. Though I was doing robots today, but how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well, stand you.
I'm also doing great.
Yeah, if you're doing robots, then it's okay, because today I'm a bit fixed today tomorrow. So
Yeah.
maybe if we can just have a meeting for a little.
Okay. Tomorrow. I think I lost you.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be possibly Monday, because even tomorrow I'll be having meetings at night. Tomorrow is Sunday, so after church I have plans to meet, and then from there I have to
Mm.
go somewhere. So when I come back from 10, I still have meeting from 10. So tomorrow the day is a bit kind of occupied. But what I can say,
Mm.
yeah, like today I didn't have enough time to do the entire video, but there is something that I did. Cause yesterday you guys were asking where the electricity was coming from, right? Because in most cases, even when the antenna was being connected, it would spark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now today I had to just make a video, like I had to go to measure what happened actually in the without connecting the antenna, and I'd never thought of doing that, but after connecting I was also kind of perplexed on what I got from the board. The board has the ability to make its own electricity, though it is a bit small, but it is just there around 0.3 or 0.26 to 0.3 volts on itself without connecting either any other external power source. It is something that I'd never done. So actually, I have that video I can show you so that you can play, and then someone can also see that. Yeah,
Mm.
just because it rained, so I didn't have enough time. Like to, it was already night dark. I didn't have enough time, like to put in, like let me say, connecting everything as I'd say. So that's why I think that one I'll just do it during the course of the week, maybe on Monday also. But for this one, for the major thing that I had to do, because as I told you then, I didn't move with the meter even today. So yesterday I couldn't do anything. But after doing it today, I think you can also see it yourself. But the board on itself has the ability to do to bring on some small voltage without any other external source. And I think that's the reason as to why it was sparking even when when they were connecting the area. Once it would touch on this other, like positive negative, to spark, bring a lot of spark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
So you
saying that
understand?
you'll send the video on Monday?
Yeah. Apart from only this one of the voltage in itself, the board itself bringing electricity, that is the one that is there. But the other one, I think we can do it on when are you going? When are you having this show of where you are doing this? Like, is it only on Saturdays? Is it Fridays?
I usually do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays sometimes. So I can do tomorrow. You can share the
No,
video. Just
no.
share.
If that is the case,
Hmm?
if that's the case, then let me just, cause I don't want to do rush, cause tomorrow I'm going to be having some clients I'm to meet, so Monday and stuff like that. So let me make sure that maybe by Friday, when you're going to have, like, with Mr. Is it Alan and so on,
Yeah.
when they are available, let me see. But if by then I've made the video as clear as I want.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one I can share so that you can play it now.
Okay.
Okay, let me share it.
很多啊，几乎都没有叫过暂停了。现在
这才是第二回合，这就是说明呢，这个及时的调整，这场间的调整非常重要。
是的，我看现在不到1分钟的时间，比分差的还是有点大。
是的，这下顶膝也没中，
白色雄鹰连击2分啊，刚才是2次击打都有中。
这下进攻有点踉跄，
有点力气。
没关系。
现在还有40秒的时间，斗牛士一片良好啊。这下踢中了。这个位置，白色雄鹰还
给一个后腿后扫腿啊，有没有啊？
会有奇迹吗？击倒再加
23比17，
组合拳，
连续的一个
这脚又中了，
腿脚相加都加2分，
还差5分，
连续得分，20秒钟时间能不能赶超？
啊，这下又中了啊！
斗牛士只要防守就可以了，时间所剩不多了。
现在
落后
，You're saying that
回追吗？
在。
Maybe you'll do that in the next video. Say that if the board makes its own electricity, disconnect all other components and just measure the board. No light bulb, no iron, no antenna. Just to measure the board. I think maybe let's see maybe which video is gonna share. Say that he's about to share a video. So do. I'm on WhatsApp. Oh, okay.
Mm.
In case you're watching, in case you're coming in, if those things ever get good, that will be expensive. Producer saying that if those things ever get good, that will be one expensive spot until it jumps in the crowd and starts unaliving people. Yeah, but I'll play. I have videos for the REK one from San Francisco. You see how they have nets. They have nets for safety. There's no way it can be able to get to people. In this case, there's someone who came and said that for this fight in China, they did not really consider safety that much because the net wasn't going all the way to the roof and the robot could easily get to the people by accident. So I'm trying to load the video. I downloaded it. Where is it? Okay, it is. Let me play this lamps video before I continue playing the video. Today I was more about robotics though. Then I think tomorrow is when I get deeper into this. But let me play it.
Musa
Koke nyinyi ni keko ya masa.
Gwe.
Koke korea isoke gwe kwata bukwasha.
Saga. Sikulimba.
Koke nyinyi ni keko ya masanyalaze gayo. Ogira ndibadde eira. Kona ka Koke nyinyi ni keko ya masa. Mr. Chris.
Yeah.
Now this is it. Now that one I was just mayor because yesterday they asked me why was it sparking and I'd never thought like what I was doing. I was not minding first of all checking the voltage of it. Actually now that one I was checking the voltage like the place that where the antenna should be tied. I realized that the board on itself, the way how the components are arranged, they produce a certain voltage of up to around 0.3 volts. It ranges from around 0.19 to around 0.3 volts on itself without any external thing put. So that is the reason as to why even when they were, for example, like last time in the other video for yesterday, when an area was able to touch like the ground is able to touch the other positive part, it would spark. Yeah. Now, however, there are people who are saying I make up excuse, what, blah. No.
I think I lost you. But I'll do a better live I think about this tomorrow.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear out just something.
Today I wasn't into this that much. But yeah, you're saying?
Yeah, I was just saying like people who are saying maybe I'm making up or what. The truth is I'm not doing anything to win either anyone's favor or I'm looking for money from anyone or what. No, I'm just doing these things for myself. And then after once I've reached where you will reach, that's when I'll monetize. So there is no reason as to why maybe I don't have any reason either to lie to someone or like that. The reason as to why I'm showing these videos even without showing anyone yet else is because I just wanted to take off that veil where people are saying it is impossible to get electricity from radio frequencies. It's just that which I wanted to clear it out. But away from that, I have nothing else I'm struggling for.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's okay. I think I'll play this one better tomorrow. Like such a
it's okay.
time. Tomorrow is such a time. If you're around, you can come on. Tomorrow such a time I play this one and also the previous one. I see ID is asking like what about the 5 kilowatts you are talking about? Or is now is the five?
No, no, no. Now the 5 kilowatts I told you, like I just didn't get time because it was already dark. It had rained. So even when I was trying to measure up the frequencies, like they were not, they were overly moving. There is even a video I have. There is a video I did it. Still, I have not just shared it with you. You'd see it coming up to 00, and then sometimes it would go up to 100. So it was unstable, which I first have to learn. Is it also distorted by maybe bad weather or something like that?
Mm,
Because it's my first time to do it under the when it has rained, and actually when it was raining. So I hope I've answered him. But it's not that maybe now from 5 kilowatts to 0.3. No, it is still. I believe the thing might even be giving more than the 5 kilowatts. That's what I strongly believe based on the things I've loaded on it and no disturbance with the power. It is just as static as like as steady as it is. It might even be giving more than the 5 kilowatts.
or you might getting out more.
Yeah, it must really be more because just imagine something you put a percolator and in around 2 minutes, or for us in Uganda, a percolator boils water in around 10 to 15 minutes. Now that is what I've tested, and I also told my some other people to test also in their areas. But in this one, within 2 minutes, it was already boiling water. Less than even 2 minutes was already boiling water. So you realize that the power it brings. Now, like yesterday, when you try to check the flat iron, within seconds, the flat iron was too hot, you couldn't touch. Now, those are the old Philip 2 kilowatts flat iron. So, because the power was too much and it wasn't being able to, I didn't have a regulator. The coil, the hot iron, the how do I call it? The flat iron had to just it blew off up to date. The coils in it blew off. So that means that the power that is coming is too much. It is just more than the regular power that we are just using at home. So that's why sometimes I think it might even be more than the 5 kilowatts.
Okay. I think I'll play this tomorrow. I tomorrow like such a time I think you'll be free.
At such a time, I will be having a meeting with some people from UK and so on. But I will try to see in case maybe we get done before, then we can. But in case I fail, then we have to wait on Friday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Have a good night too.
Likewise.
I did see you have a lot of questions. Although today maybe he can answer you. I forgot to tell him, so maybe he can answer you in the chat also. Maybe let me tell him, so maybe he can answer you in the chat. Uh but I think maybe I'll look more into this tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to come on or not. But for these things, I think the best way is once, like you see, if like it was like just a live thing and someone is showing you how they're measuring all this much better. But also, you said that you'll make that better video. So I think that is, yeah, I think you answer in the chat maybe. saying that he's coming. Can you explain to us the connection from the source? I think you will explain to you more maybe, but maybe tomorrow. Regards to this, there's those wires, those other wires. Let me see.
Musa next card.
Koke nyinyi ni
Wala,
keko ya
wala. Gui.
koke korea isoke gwekwata bukwasha
Saga. Sikulimba.
koke nyinyi ni
Ate
keko
yani
ya
badege.
But they like the system has way more wires, yeah. Oh, that was Adebayo. Adebayo, you here? Adebayo, thanks a lot for coming around. You say that. Can you explain to us the connection from the source? I think he came to the chat. I don't know if he'll be able to explain to you. Or Lam, you can come on and explain to them this one. Then, if you're still around. But usually the thing with this one, you see, this one doesn't give a lot of information even, so it's very difficult to tell like what is happening here. Apart from just seeing the reading, you're just seeing 0.02. But he's saying that this reading is coming from the board. But if you're just reading the board, it should be just like 2 wires. But you see here they're like 6. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5. Then there are more here which are coming to the transformer. Then I don't know, the bulb is coming from this. It means the bulb itself should be lighting up, but it's not. Like, a little bit confusing, but I think you will explain more. Or easier, so maybe explain more to you guys. But AD said that your claims are ridiculous. He was asking this, like you were saying that if you're getting 5 kilowatts from 0.3 volts, your current has to be 15,000 amperes, which will like short your board. Like basically it will destroy your board. That's what he's saying. That's what AD is saying that basically it will destroy your board. That's Liam is here in case you want to hit him up. Is here? I seen him say that. Yes, you told me. Yeah, that's the question they're asking. Like, but also I'm curious. I hope maybe you give us more information. Like you say that you make a detailed video explaining way more how you're able to get out now from 0.3 volts. How are you able to get out like 5 kilowatts? Because it looks like impossible unless your current is so massive. Yeah, it is interesting. And that you're saying that now the board itself is giving out electricity and not, so it means the antenna is not, doesn't have any importance anyway.
踢到了一脚，
哎呦，高难度动，而且同时倒地，
但是斗牛士
白色熊一倒地了，时间也没有了。
这下踢中了，
Fight,
白色熊一
给一个后腿后扫腿啊，有没有啊？
会有奇迹吗？击倒再加
23-17
组合拳，
连续的一个
这脚又中了
腿脚相加，都加2分，
还差5分。
连续得分，20秒钟时间能不能赶超？
啊，这下又中了啊！
斗牛士只要防守就可以了，时间所剩不多了。
现在
现在落后4分，白色熊一能回追吗？
再踢到了一脚，
哎呦，高难度
I think that is the recovery that AD was speaking about. AD was saying that the recovery seems to be what?
这个位白色熊一还
给一个
Let me
后
bring
腿
it
后
back
扫
a
腿
little bit.
能
AD
回
was
追
saying that
吗？
the
踢到了一
recovery.
脚，
哎呦，
like this way.
连续得分，20
How
秒
they are
钟时
able
间
to
能
wake
不
up
能
here
赶超？
这下
to
又
stand
中
up.
了啊！
斗牛士只要防守就可以了，时间所剩不多了。
现在
现在落后4分，白色雄鹰能回追吗？
再踢到了一脚。
But you see that move? That move is impressive. And I saw there's a video of how they were teaching the robot that move. There's a video, I think I have it. So this robot actually it only knows like 5 or 6. I think 5 or 6 moves. There are not so many moves that it knows. So, but now I think they're continuing to teach them way more stuff. So, in regards to how they're waking up here, which I did say that it doesn't make sense, like it is out of physics or stuff like that. Usually, this is just how they train them, how they can be able to recover. It's called fall recovery. How they're able to recover, like you see how this one is. It's not going to be like a human. Like for you, how a human you're able to do, you struggle to do 180, and in case you're doing 180, you have to bring your like you should bring your feet together. Then once you bring them together, is when now you can be able to stand up. For them, is a little bit different because they're not human. Like their joints can go both ways. Like their joints have the ability to go, like the way our knee joints are only going in one direction. Theirs can go in also a different direction, like sideways as well. So it's a little bit different. Producer saying that I think they should put a tag on the robot so the other one can track them. Yeah, you can do that more like in gaming, yeah. But now that one, I think for them they want the robot to gain. You see, the plan to use these robots in future is to have them also deployed in the streets and I guess in the military and whatever. So they want the robot on its own to be able to identify the other robot or the opponent on its own, like using its own mind, its own AI that is. So that's why they're struggling to identify their opponent. But of course, you can be able to put a track on the other one, then it will be easy for it to know who is who. But in this case, even the ref has to stand outside of the ring because the robot can confuse the ref with the opponent and kick him. So they're still not yet that advanced. There's a video I was playing for the Unity one. You can see in that video it was confusing a lot between the spectators because they were so close to the ring. And some moments it wanted to fight with like it wants to kick the spectators once it sees them. It feels like they are part of the opponent. But yeah, but maybe in the future ones, maybe in the next one they'll do so. It could solve this issue with perception though, and it will make it to be more interesting to watch for the viewer that is. And by the way, do you think the likes of ESPN or this like NBC or whatever, do you think if this thing became like, because the last event a lot of people followed it, do you think that they might go ahead and decide to put it like behind a paywall, more like how we watch normal sports? You have to pay in order to watch it, or for now it's still far behind and not at that level.
而且同时倒地，
但是斗牛士，
白色雄鹰倒地了，时间也没有了。
斗牛士这一
斗牛士做到了。这个位置
白色雄鹰还在
给一个后腿后扫腿啊，有没有啊？
会有奇迹吗？击倒再加
23比17，
组合拳，
连续的一个
这脚又中了
围剿相加，都加2分，
还差5分。
连续得分，20秒钟时间能不能
So
赶
this
超
move？for me I found it to
斗
be
牛士只要
interesting.
防守就可以了，时间所剩不多了。
And that's why
现在落后4分，白色雄鹰能回追吗？
I panic a little bit, but behind this move.
而且同时倒地，
但是斗
And also in this situation, I think the main event itself, this robot had to be like it had to be moved out and to be helped to wake up. When it's lying down like this, it's unable to stand up on its own.
牛士，
白色雄鹰倒地了，时间也没有了。
斗牛士这一
斗牛士做到了，
哦，我不得不说，
笑到了最后。
白色雄鹰刚刚那一下非惨，
哎，我觉得就是
厉害，但斗牛士的反贴更厉害。
I think Lam went away.
对这个回合，我是觉得真的是非常有意思啊，就让我们看到了别具 一格的这种魅力啊。
感觉两边都是渐入佳境的这种。
对
These are the
才
highlights
第二
of
回
that
合
was
就
round
已经打这
2.
么凶啊！而且我确实没见过，我没想到过他会有
But
这一招啊。
producer, if they do what you're saying, I think it
这
would
其
be
实是
way
我
more
们在他
interesting.
们模拟
How
队那
maybe
个时候
they
都没有
come
看
through
到的
that
技
in the
巧。
future.
对，
哇，这真的厉害啊！
Or in the next
而且我们
event
全
that
场
is
观众也
coming,
是
they
一片
start
惊
that.
呼，也没有想到能够
Though
做出
for
这样
now
的
I
一个
know
动
they
作。
want
对
the robots
这个
to
是怎么说呢？
figure
完
out
全
things
是
on
超
come
乎
up
了
with
我们的
things.
意料啊！
是的，
打这么凶啊！而且确实出了我们
Let's
的
go
意
to
料啊！
round.
是的。
其实大家
是的啊，那我们的万众瞩目的第3
That's round 2 begins. I think Lam went away, and I don't know. I think he went away. I hope he comes on tomorrow because I feel like he has time. He might have time in the evening after his meeting, and then we can talk about this more extensively. But also, in terms of just sharing videos, it doesn't share more information. I wish maybe tomorrow he carries this stuff to his home, then we just do it on the live. It will be much better.
回合也是准备开始了 ，Round 3，Let's go。OK， 第3回合开始，会不会比前面2个回合更加的激进呢？我的白色雄鹰
先抢压中场了。
哦，这一下
低扫
很重很重。
其实斗牛士很明显的打法就是伺机而动。
他基本上就找一个方向，然后先拉开一点距离，然后前次去靠近，
斗牛士
不定给你来一下。
有没有觉得斗牛士大比分领先之后，现在打越来越聪明了？
打得比较稳。
先沉退，然后找到这个整个场地的边界，然后进行游走，然后就找到一个制胜的一个关键一击。
是的，但是刚刚的这个斗牛士也是挨了2下啊，但是没关系，
双方击同分，
给他揍回去了。
哦，这一分不错，
哇，这一拳
对，连续了2分，是打了个斗牛士一个踉跄，但是斗牛士很快的一个贴身的一个进攻。
对，刚刚是算了1拳啊，但是后面呢又集中了1拳，影响了斗牛士整体的一些平衡。OK， 连续的边腿，这一下也是打中了1分。
斗牛士整体的这个进攻意愿很强烈，
很聪明，先拉开，
拉开，但是被踢了一脚屁股啊，这一下导致他的回旋踢没中。
一个 UFC 当中啊，经常使用的一个综合格斗技高扫啊。
They said something
后
about
边腿的一
UFC.
个高扫。
对，
白色雄鹰这一场是目前分数领先啊。
斗牛士虽然说他的进攻欲望很强，但是他不断的这个吃弹步的情况下，好像有点找不到方向了。嘿，人呢？
啊，斗牛士就频繁拉开空间。
没关系。这一下斗牛士好像在这个回合上，在空间感没有找到特别的理想，反而是被白色雄鹰偷袭了几波，
连拿3分。
是的，再一拳，又拿到了1分。
没事，感觉斗牛士的这一波，可能也是有点想乱拳打。
So I think a few people dropped off, even at the bio. At the bio, are you still around? But at the bio, I think we'll do that discussion tomorrow much better. Much better, much better, much better. Yep, much better tomorrow. We do that one, I think. Because for now, like this video is just the video shared is 30 seconds. It doesn't show a lot.
打晕白色雄鹰，
我感觉白色雄鹰这把就感觉以不变应万变的感觉。
对的，
白色雄鹰这一轮其实它更多的就还是
I don't know they are giving the point system though.
这其实也是
There's some situations you feel like it's making it that just misses, but you see the points going up.
过来的时候什么方向，你只要
Like all those misses, all those
其
misses,
实
all
会
those
带领你
misses.
的空间感。
是的
啊，
感觉斗牛士这一波有点着急了。
对撞了一下，
来可以连续打一个组合拳啊，这个时候
地扫没中。
All those were
刚刚
misses.
是有个防御
It's
的格
Roman
挡，
here.
没关
Roman
系
not
啊，这
being
个
good.
左手的拉开
All
了。
those were misses. Let me see what Roman is saying. Roman is saying that it's the first of a new month, so I was out paying bills and I might have to leave in a little while to go pay another bill. However, I have the video live stream going on my 4K 55-inch smart TV. Hey man, you have a massive TV, 55 inch. Oh, as 55-inch, yeah, still massive though. 4K, good quality. Although today this one is 1080 though, I think 1080p. But 4K, I mean, live streaming is usually 1080p, but 4K you see good quality, man. And thanks a lot for coming around though, and also for playing it. As you say, you go sort your bills. So that said, you sort bills like every month as well. There's a friend of mine was telling me, I don't know where they sort after 2 weeks, like after 2 weeks, after 2 weeks. I think it varies with places.
没中，
也是有优有劣吧。我觉得这个前刺
哦，这个双方
Oh,
一
that's
起
just
倒
crazy.
地，同时起身吧，斗牛
Oh, I
士这
see.
边
I see. Like waking up
慢了一
that
点点
way.
但是双方应该都能够击，会带领你的空间感。
是的
啊，
感觉斗牛士这一波有点着急了。
Fell down and the way it
来
stood
可以
up.
连续打一个组
I
合
see
拳啊，
why
这时候
ID had some
地扫
issue.
没中，刚刚是有个防御的格挡，那没关系啊，
这个左手的摆拳没中，
也是有优有劣吧。我觉得这个前刺
哦，这个双方一起倒地，同时起身吧。
Like ID has an issue when it stands up this way. I see your issue by the. But you see, that's why I've been telling you that for the robots, for some of them, there's some companies which make the robots to have joints like humans. But it was Boston Dynamics which began this thing where, like the joints, some joints or those degrees of freedoms, like they can be able to go beyond the normal. For us, usually there's 90, 80 degrees and all that. Sometimes you get 70, like on the angle. On the angle, I think it's usually 70 or 55. Yeah? Is it angle? What is the name of that place? Yeah. But for the robots now, they go beyond that. For Boston Dynamics, I think it usually goes beyond 360. It goes beyond 180, so that is like 360. So it can be able to turn itself around, or it can, even if it's falling down and the head is facing down, it can still turn its head around to face upwards, and then it wakes up like just normal. So this just not really AI, but I get your point. This is why you said it was AI, but this is just how they make robots, anyways. The joints, that is, it can go beyond. For us here is usually 180, I think, on the West.
斗牛士这边稍微有些踉跄，起身速度慢了一点点，但是双方应该都能够积分吗？
其实
白色雄鹰积分了，
对，
但斗牛士也加分了，
也积分，因为双方同时倒地，但是白色雄鹰没有抓紧机会来一个嘲讽啊，这下痛失一。
You see that you have a 120-inch 2K resolution projection screen, the living room with a 5.1 Dolby digital surround with PA, and tweeters, and I have a 51-inch projection screen with a 4K audio projector. Man, you have massive screens. What do you usually watch on those screens? This 120-inch is good for movies though, with 2K resolution. Your smart TV, which brand is it? Is it say that you have a smart TV? Which brand is it? Do you guys use Samsung, LG, or which is the best brand that side?
积分，
那等于其实双方都是无功无过啊，
各打50大板。
但白色雄鹰看能不能保持这个领先的优势到最后。哦，漂亮，这一下漂亮，但自己有点踉跄，但积分是加上了。
没关系，他现在领先很多啊。
2倍的一个左右。
现在斗牛士感觉他的进攻方式差不多。
双方是腿对腿了，
互换。
但这一下腿对腿其实是有一些影响的，
开始嘲讽了，你自己滑
漂亮，倒地了3分，加上嘲讽的1分，
我都说
20分，
我都说上面很滑的了，廖师傅。
但是这样的话，其实对斗牛士来说现在分差落后有点大了。
因为感觉前面的一些遭遇啊，对斗牛士整体的影响很大的。
斗牛士在这个回合，
对，其实是有一些影响的。
See this black one.
嘲讽了，你自己滑
漂亮，倒地了3分，加上嘲讽的1分，
我都说
20分，
我都说上面很滑的了，
但是这样的话，其实对于斗牛士来说，现在分差落后有点大了。
因为感觉前面的一些遭遇啊，对斗牛士整体的影响还是挺大的。
斗牛士的这个回合反而是没有像上个回合的那么的激进啊。
白色雄鹰稳重起来了。
对，怎么说呢？我觉得斗牛士他的命中率是下降了，白色雄鹰反而是守株待兔啊。
现在有 Epson
用自己完成了倒地吗？那这样的话，
抓住机会，
等于把分数。
Epson, that is the company behind the printers, right?
又送给了白色雄鹰啊，自己的一个趔趄啊，斗牛士还做了一个，白色雄鹰做了一个嘲讽，
这不嘲讽不行吧？你连续滑倒2次
啊，兄弟干嘛呢？
I think that the Chinese commentary guy must be saying that is awful.
上港人 送分的。
来，但这边是斗牛士的进攻是导致了白色雄鹰掉了这个我们可以打双引号的装备啊。
这
The black one was like
但
blind
是
at
并不
this
影响现在白色
point.
雄鹰的积分领先啊。
Wasn't seeing
反而
anything, but
领
then
先3倍的积分，而
Go
且
on,
时间
bro.
只剩下不到50秒了。
He's about
小
to
稳
lose
的就
his
行
head.
了。
对
这下又差点踢倒了。
哦，这一回合我觉得白色雄鹰明显是熟悉了斗牛士的打法了。
对，
剩下不到40秒，白色雄鹰只要保证不被 KO，他感觉这一局是势在必得。
Oh my god, he just fell down.
又来一个嘲讽，
哥们儿，今天第3回合
好跳，
地这么滑吗？
哥们儿好跳，
收入囊中了，白色。
我只能说跳得好。哦，这个其实后场是打到对方的手上，
对
但是又直接被对方右手的摆拳击倒了。
梅开4度，我的天哪！
我只能说，剩下的时间大家也不用太着急了。这一回合白色雄鹰完胜，
完胜了。斗牛士脚有点滑，狡猾的小子这是。这把其实
非常漂亮拿下的一局。
对，
是的，
我是没有想到啊，在白色雄鹰在就这么几分钟的这个调整下来，我能变得这么的理想，哈哈，太复杂了也不好。但是呢，他们会在回合结束过后换一个程序也说不定。但是我们先来看一下这个 highlight 啊，这两边的这个互换推拳。
斗牛士真的是完全猛攻流。
对，其实你看白色雄鹰，它其实更多的没有主动进攻，它都是通过这个斗牛士的一些失误，
对，去抓他的后腰。
防守反击，然后会看到他起来的，
他很急啊，
很急，太急了，这是。
你看出来斗牛士确实这个比分给他带来的压力还是就是当局当中这小比分压力还是很大的。
对，他已经急的连续滑倒了4次。
是的，
而且我觉得其实目前看下来啊，就咱们的这个机器人格斗还是需要就是一定的
That
耐
was
心，
good. So that was the end of
对吧？好了，那我们马上就要进入到第4。目前看下来啊，就咱们的这个机器人格斗还是需要就是一定的耐心的。
That was the end of round 1, the end of round 3, and already you see the white robot won round 3. That's why it was dancing a lot. I missed this section. So the black robot won round 1 and 2. Then the white robot won round 3. Okay. Missed this point. That's why it was dancing a lot, because they were excited. They were in the lead. In case you hear me, just hit the like button. You can as well say something in the chat. You can as well click the link to join in case you want to join and say something about robotics, but about Lam's stuff of how he's getting electricity from that sort of thing. Maybe after I finish this videos, like remaining a few minutes, maybe you can talk about that. Or better one will be tomorrow.
对吧？好了，那我们马上就要进入到第4回合的一个较量了。
好让人期待呀！
然后现在呢，我们的裁判老师呢也是在检查一下我们各方面的一些安全，先把门给锁上。
裁判
不是，主要是裁判老师的安全，
一定要
他得先出去。
我先出去再说。
我跟你说，我们裁判老师非常专业的格斗裁判啊！你再来2句，等会儿他就上解说台来，给你来个十字固，你信不信？
给我来一下子啊！反正各方面呢都得检查妥当了啊，因为其实之前是有那个前段时间确实坏过啊，所以说呢我们也是重新加固了这个围栏。
只是冲击力确实太大。
你说围栏坏过是吧？
对。
哦，不是人被坏。吓我一跳。
那有点太吓人了。
好，
未来一下，正题没中没关系，脚臂隔倒，
猛烈的进攻。
That was good.
上了啊，
非常漂亮的一个。
I think from this round is when they began now doing more spin.
给对方送了3分。
主要对方没有倒地。
也是，主要是这一下。
The division of the
这招
black
呢，
robot
它的
was
危险系数比较高，伤敌800，自己
自损800，
伤敌
3倍2400。
不是，我跟你说，虽然你看到这一轮他是自己倒地，但我觉得他一旦击打到这个头部，其实是很有机会造成 KO 的。
对，
你有没有？你想不想到我上一轮我说，当出现大比分的回合的时候，就很容易出现 KO 的对局了？
有可能。
你看白色雄鹰现在他其实在用一些高难度的动作去击打对方一些关键的核心啊。
是的。
机遇与风险并存的一些动作。
这两边呢都在扫踢侧腿，然后有些小摆腿，没关系，有点滑，但稳得住。
真是可以看得出来，双方斗牛士一直在贴身啊。
是，斗牛士就是一直在往你身边滑，然后用一些小摆拳这样。
哎，
要拿分数。
裁判要进来。
哦，
好多欺骗性
哦，没有，他要就稍微远离这个我们的这个门口，
这危险的区域。
哦，连续的旋风腿，
但是
虽然没有打中，但是我跟你说帅不帅吧？
帅就完事儿了
啊！现场观众觉得帅吗？哇，听完了，马上再来一个地面技，
又係街舞，
哇，连续的3次的高潮，
这就是街舞。
白色熊现在已经开始展示自己的技巧，
这不是街舞，这不是街舞，这是格斗，这是格斗，
开始整活了。这叫什么巴西战舞？这叫
这个是比较
有这招，有这招。
先给自己气势打出来了。
是的。
Like recently around, I
融
don't
合性
think
格
that
斗。
this has been any hit.
我跟你说，哪怕这把白色雄鹰输了比分。
The black one has 11 points, the
对
white
吧？
one
在
6
我们心
points.
里，有
The
些
white
比
one is
赛
making a lot
不
of
是为了
misses.
赢的，
This
你
round.
看着好像斗牛士赢了，但其实他输了。但是
That
白
was
色
a
雄鹰
hit. That was a hit.
别奶。
斗牛士说不高兴了，你知道吗？他说你在说什么？
给了白色熊一胸
Like
口的一
someone
口
knows
爆
斗牛士讲你
that.
狗妹啊，信了，你知道吗？他说输了，但是白色雄鹰
这一下
别奶。
斗牛士
At this point, it looks like a human. Yeah? If you kick someone so bad and they're about to die, you see these sort of genes that they have, which makes them to be a little bit different from humans. But at this point, it looks like someone who is
说
about
不
to
高
die.
兴了，你知道吗？
Like someone dying. Let me replay it here again.
好多欺骗性
哦，没有，他要就稍微远离这个我们的这个门口，
这危险的区域。
哇，连续的旋风腿，
但是
虽然没有打中，但是我跟你说帅不帅吧？
帅就完事儿了
啊！现场观众觉得帅吗？
I think that
连续的
街舞。
but
白色熊现在已经开始展示自己的技巧了。
这不是街舞，这不是街舞，这是格斗，这是格斗。
开始整活了。这叫什么？巴西战舞，这叫。
这个是比较
有这招，有这招。
先给自己气势打出来了。
是的，有融合嘛？现在是融合性格斗。
我跟你说，哪怕这把白色雄鹰输了，他赢了。斗牛士讲你狗妹啊！
in order to see
不
this
是为
like
了
one.
赢的，
对，
你看着好像斗牛士赢了，但其实他输
Yeah,
了。
yeah,
但是
yeah.
白色雄鹰，
这一下
别奶。
There it appears as if someone dying or someone losing the it seems like they could use better senses like Wi-Fi for better coordination. Yeah, true, man. Yeah, producer had said the similar thing to this one, that they should put a tag on the robot so that the other one can track them, which is the same thing with what you're saying. That they should not that one, this one. That it seems like they could use better sensors like Wi-Fi for a better coordination on where your opponent will be. I could try and go and find a video where they use Wi-Fi to, in case, so that it can be able to see that. Yeah. So I had told Travman, producer, that for them they want the robot like to learn how to be more like a human. Like you don't have to put a target on the opponent for you in order to see them. Although I know if they do that, it will be more entertaining and way better. But for them, they want the event to be in such a way that the robot can, on its own, like it can see this and know that this is the opponent and try to improve on how to handle such situations. Like they're trying to throw very difficult situations to the AI so that with time they can be able to improve it and make it much better so that it doesn't rely on tags. In case it comes, assume it is a soldier, then it comes to a village. During robot war, maybe the next world war, when robots are now fighting for real, and it comes to your village, to your enemy's village, like it doesn't have to use like a tag. Like a tag has to be put on certain people. Like it has to figure out on its own maybe who should be taken out and who should be left standing. But I know if they could have put like a tag or a way that it can be able to know who the opponent is, it will make this event to be way more entertaining. And Cecile, in regards to what you're saying, he wasn't able to share the videos that he said, but he said that he made a short video which he shared a few minutes ago. He was on the live. So the thing is, he did not communicate with me earlier, because yesterday when I was trying to ask him like if we can do today, he said that he's gonna be busy. But he came on for a few minutes, if you take it a while back, and he said that he will make a better video, longer video. He did not share the long video. He said that it was raining heavily where he is, and he could not be able to make a long video like he wanted to. So the video that he shared was just 30 seconds, and he says right now that he realized that the board itself is able to make free energy on its own, and actually his setup doesn't rely on the radio or the antenna. That is, the board itself can be able to do it. But like I did ask him, maybe tomorrow if you have time, you come on, then we do a better one, more like a better one. If maybe also you will have more materials, then we can discuss like much better. Can be able to share more information on the same. So I'm sorry about that, Cecile. But at this point, I was saying that you see how this robot is lying down as if it's about to die, like a human who is about to die. But tomorrow we'll see how it goes.
斗牛士说不高兴了，你知道吗？他说你在说什么？
给了白色雄鹰胸膛一口爆。
斗牛士讲你拱妹啊！
老尾暴击了，哎，起不来了，是不是？
哎呦，
哎，
这有点像来了，没
Ah,
事
that is
这就
interesting.
是光吗？
没
He's
问题。
able to
斗牛
stand
士
up.
讲你拱妹啊！
老尾暴击了，哎，起不来了，是不是？
Oh, the robot is
哎，
stretched
这
itself out.
有点
Awesome.
像来了，没事，
That is
这就
interesting.
是光吗？
没问题。
Cecile said that. That's what I told you. He is stepping into a new. Stepping into a new energy source which is not known. I told you yesterday that it was not radio frequency. Yeah, maybe he said so as well. He said that tonight, right now, is now getting from a different source. And you're right. That's what you said yesterday. So maybe you have some information. But I think he said, I think you will also maybe figure out way more about his setup, and she can explain more to us. So say that, how can I be supporting robots which will come to kill mankind? I'm not supporting robots that will come to kill or to end humankind or mankind in the future. But as of now, every company is developing robots. Yeah, or Cecile, that is not the case. Most of the companies, even if you use TikTok, even the company that owns TikTok is developing one. Like a lot of companies are developing ones. For now, they are not developing them to come and kill people. But it seems like the future of humans with robots, at this moment, is inevitable. Like Thanos said. Thanos did say that it is inevitable. Yeah? So the future of mankind and robots is inevitable. I know there's some sort of fear to it that, of course, they could turn against humans and do some crazy shits. But at this point, there's no way, even if it's me, even if I don't play this video, and maybe like there's no way that I'm stopping these tech companies in China from developing robots, or the US. There's American companies which are developing them. Even Figure released theirs today that was able to climb stairs on its own, more like stairs here. But like this welded podium, it was able to climb on its own using its own AI and stuff like that. There's in Germany companies which are developing them. There's in the UK. There's Japan again. Japan is also moving on the same. There's South Korea. There's like a lot of places which are developing them. So I don't know. Maybe you can go to the company and tell them, you company A, I don't want you to develop robots because they're coming to destroy mankind. But you can see, for me, I'm just playing this to 6. On my side, it's showing that I'm playing this to 6 people. So if I'm playing this to 6 people, there's no way that I'm supporting them to come and kill mankind. But also, there's a lot of intrigue about robots and stuff like that in regards to how the tech is going and how it will be. I think in terms of killing people, it depends on the usage of people. There are those who are evil and might want to use them to kill people, to fight people. but then there are those who want to use them to do other tasks or works. Maybe the biggest issues will be if they come and make us jobless. Yeah, that could be the biggest issue now, because I think for them it will be, for a student in the future. In the future, I think it will become very difficult for people to go to school, because like going to school as of now, when you go to school, you take about, is it 14 or 15 or 16 years for you to learn something, or to to become good in what you're doing. But now robots are coming, and once a single robot is thought out to do something, the next robot coming from the factory already knows how to do those things. So I think that could be the dangerous issue. Not me playing the video of the live stream of the event that happened. Plus, I feel like playing this stuff, at least I laugh, I do it, and they're not lying to me. But when it comes to free energy stuff, sometimes people lie. Cecile, you know that. Well, if you need to move to outdoors in the field, you can use satellite signals for the AI robots to just like Wi-Fi signals. But what if it's hacked though? Like right now, how people are using jammers and all that. What if they hack it? I think for them, they're just trying to create a situation where the robot itself can be able to see the opponent, and it doesn't have to depend on the any outside like assistance or help. More like how you go to fight in a ring. They want it to be like that way. When you go to fight, you yourself, you have to know who this is the enemy. Then you fight that specific person. Still saying that in Israel and Ukraine, there are AI drones which detect people and eliminate them automatically. Nobody comes and tells you the amount of people which are innocently killed. Yeah, I usually see this. I usually see this in Ukraine and in Ukraine, in Ukraine mostly. Yeah, I usually see this. Yeah, there's a lot of robots which are deployed that side, and a lot of companies are sending robots that side to test them and improve them. Now, regards to that, I think it raises a lot of questions regards to how people want to use these machines when it comes to wars and that. And I see most of those videos of robots, how they do their side and they eliminate people, and also sometimes they also show videos of how robots help to move people from the battlefield and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening that side to be for sure about robotics, and it just depends on how people are using them. Now, for me, what I'm playing here is something that they're using it for entertainment. Maybe in the future they could try and use it to do different tasks and use them to kill people. Maybe they could do that in the future. But now, for me, I'm not really a big person that I can go to a tech company and tell them, man, I want you to stop developing this robot. Don't bring it out. Don't do this. Don't do what. I don't have that sort of power. Cecile saying that, Chris, ask yourself a question right now. If a robot kills you, nobody is held reliable or responsible. That has to do with the AI. There's that issue about allowing AI to kill people, to eliminate people on its own without relying on human input. And I've seen already this. There's been an issue about this because there's those sort of AI weapons that do so. They make decisions on their own on how to eliminate people. Sometimes they can make mistakes. Yeah, which is a bad thing, of course. But it is the future that you are going in. I can ask you a question, Cecile. How do you think we can be able to stop this from happening? Because as the way that the future is going right now, I don't think that there's a way that you can stop all these companies that are developing AI. You saw the video that you were talking about how people are being moved from their homes in Georgia because they just want to put up the data centers, AI data centers, so that they can train AI and make it better. Like, I don't think that there's a break that someone can do to stop anyone from developing AI, unless if maybe the president of China, US, um, some European countries, and all that came together and said, you know what, let's stop this thing of developing AI. Let's agree and stop them. But now, because each company, each country wants to be at the top, they are trying as much as they can to beat the other, and they are putting a lot of resources in them. Now, for me, I'm just a small player. There's no way I can tell them to stop. I'll just have to watch, and either I feel sad that these things are coming to end us one day, or either I could feel sad and enjoy the funny moments that they are going through that process before they get to that point where they be way more advanced. And regardless to the same, I don't have any decision in what is going on. So either I sit sad and feel sad about it, or I watch it and laugh like I'm trying to do right now. Or what do you think? On your side, Cecile, what do you think you should do to stop AI? Roman is saying that you can still currently use the cameras and LiDAR for the AI robots to see too. You're just doubling up the sensors. That way, if one being jammed, the other can make up the difference. That could make sense, but won't that be expensive? I think LiDAR is expensive. Have you seen? If you follow stuff that is happening in Ukraine, the way Cecile is talking about in Ukraine and Russia war, mostly for them, they, because of jamming the systems, they use, is it fiber? Is it fiber cables, or what do they use in order to avoid that, especially for drones? Because like there's a lot of jamming happening on them. So the best way that, you know what makes Shahed drone so good is because for them, like once they lock, like once it's given a particular target, it just goes for like that certain target. It's not communicating back home and like asking maybe for more information about direction or what, just going for a specific target. That way, there's no way that you can be able to mess with it or jam it or destroy it or anything. That's what makes them so good. But now devices that have to communicate way back, it makes them to be vulnerable to hacking and jamming their systems. There's already AI weapons that are controlled by AI, like AI drones. Yeah, that's that's what I think. That's what Cecile is saying, and also that's what I'm trying to tell Cecile, that they're already using these things. And of course, there's that question of whether AI should be allowed to kill a human or not. But now people are asking those questions are people like us. But now those leaders in their position, for them, they want to win. They want to have the best weapon. They don't care whether it makes sense or not, and they're just using them to kill people. But I know it's happening in Ukraine. In fact, there's an interview I saw. I think I'll try to pull it up if I get that video here. And it was, I think, CNN reporter who was asking someone from Ukraine, a soldier, if he thinks that a future will come when robots will be leading the battlefield. And the soldier said that that is already happening. Like in Ukraine, that is already happening. The only thing is the numbers, like the numbers of these robots are somehow limited. Like I've already told you, there's a US made robot called Phantom MK1. That one is already deployed that side. When I say deployed, it doesn't mean one, yeah, it means several. But now that unit, like the version MK1, already deployed in Ukraine. They have already ground robots which are moving around. There's a time there was some robot dogs. Like they have a lot of robot stuff, and people are training that side. They're exposing them to real world event or data to collect data. And it is sad because also a lot of people who have been exploited in these situations are like people from here who are being recruited by Russians. I think I'll play also some of those videos you see, like the story of this guy who said how he was able to escape. They came to him and offered him a job. They said that he has to go to Russia and work for security. I think it was a security company or something. Was it security or what was it? I think it was security. Then he got that side, and once he got there, he realized that they are being given military uniforms, and they have already uh, y- like you're signing contracts in Russian, you don't understand, you're being given military uniforms. They are sent to a camp, and a day later, you're deployed to the red zone. He called it the red zone. He said that everyone that he went with to that side, they died. They were blown up by drones. And this drone doesn't, like, it's not like once you're blown away, the drone, even on the drone on your side, if you're about to die or something, the drones will come there. They will be there just hovering around and seeing how you die and all that. And for them, they are collecting data, like how all this is happening. Like they're collecting a lot of, for them, the most important thing about AI, like, is collecting data. So they don't care if you die or you don't. And you were saying that how they're being fed that side food has to come via drone, but it only happens maybe once or twice a week. I mean, once or twice maybe per 2 weeks, or after maybe sometimes even a month. You can stay for a long time and you're not getting any food. And all this time you're hiding in trenches. And the way he said that he was able to escape, I think they were hit, and they were hit by a drone. Then he survived, but he lost his gun. Then the person he was with, he said that he was blown into pieces. Then he sort of like, he pretended he was dead. So once a drone hits you, it will stick there and wait and wait and wait. I think I can just get that video and I'll play it somewhere here. Then it will be easier than me explaining. But you were saying that a drone sits around and waits to make sure there's no movement. Like they can come like 2 or 3 drones sometimes. So one can come and hit, then another one's just waiting in case to see any sort of movement. So if there's any movement, again, you're taken down. So he pretended that he was dead. And after that, after I think it was nighttime, or the second drone had gone, is when he found a way and tried to walk back to where now their nearest camp was in the red zone. So he got to where the nearest camp was and he walked. He told them that he had been hit, so he had to be taken to the hospital because he said that it was fragments. I think they hit him somewhere. He had a scar somewhere here and also on the shoulder here. He was taken to the hospital, treated. After treatment, they deployed him again because you can't be allowed to go back to Kenya. Like, yeah, there's just a way that once you get there, there's no way you're allowed because I think our whatever is very weak. So they kind of like make I don't know, take advantage of people from this side. So how he was able to get back is he had to pretend that he had lost his mind. So when he was taken back to the field, when he was taken back to the commanders and they were about to deploy him again on the red zone, he pretended that he had lost his mind, and he took a gun and he just started shouting like, "I'm gonna shoot you." I don't know what. Like he just acted crazy, like your mind is gone. And that's how now they again sent him back to the hospital to be checked because they say that maybe he has an issue. And in the hospital, he said that uh, he went to the hospital and again he had to pretend like he's so mad. And he said that he did some stuff which is not proud of, like refusing to eat and also urinating everywhere, just identifying spaces and all that. So they took him to is it a psych hospital or a place where people have like issues with the mind and stuff like that. And when he went there, he met someone, a Russian again. And that Russian guy now, he also has mind issues. But he was, you see, usually people who have mind issues, they're very nice to other people. I think let me just get that video. And that guy is the one who did help him. He gave him his phone and he started speaking with his family back home. And then during that time is when he got in touch with the embassy, the Kenyan embassy now, using that phone. And the Kenyan embassy in Russia, they were like, they told him like, you just try as much as you could try on your own to escape from that place you are. Then once you escape, come to the embassy and we can be able to help you to get home. So there's a way again he said that he faked some stuff and he lied to the people in the hospital that he wants to go back to the front line. And they were going to send him alone, but they felt like, let's send you with that guy who had the mind issues. So because they were friends, they told him that maybe go with him and he can help you. Then he says that he lied to the guy and went directly to the embassy. He told him that he wants to pick something from the embassy and went directly there. But let me get that video. And there's several videos like that actually of guys who say how they were able to escape. Let me see what Roman is saying. I typed someone saying that okay, now that's interesting because it wasn't the context the words came through fine. I typed the thing about this. This is interesting. It changed some of my words. I think it has something to do with what I'm saying. Oh, you say that you're saying that they already have AI weapons that are controlled. Yeah, but they already do have those stuff. They already do have those stuff. Let me play this one as I look for that story. But for now, Russia is recruiting. Although for now it has decreased. Last year in December, they're getting a lot of people from here, and it's like they're going after countries which were usually it is communism and communism and what? Usually it is communism and what was bringing the Cold War? It was communism and the other way. The other side was communism and what I'm forgetting. But they go mostly like for countries like Tanzania, which was on the Russia side during Cold Wars. For them, they don't get people from that country. Places that they've been going and getting people from to go and fight in Russia, Africans especially, are countries which were on the other side. It was socialism and communism. Yeah. So I think they usually go for countries which were on the side of the US and those other countries. But countries which were on the side of Russia and all that during the Cold War, for them, they don't go and get people from that side and take them to Russia. Let me continue playing that video first. They give the other video, the sad stories. But yeah, Cecile, for me, I don't have the power to stop these things. I can just play and enjoy them falling down as of now before they get better.
这就是光，白色熊又站了起来。
是的，没关系啊。白色雄鹰虽然说有点落后，但是他又不是没落后过，是不是？前面呢秀了几招，再看一下后面能不能进行这个有效得分。
这个时候要说一下了，白色雄鹰启用了一个我们在拳击姿态当中一个非常非常有用的一个防守姿态，就是他用他自己的左拳和右拳防住了自己两侧的一个面门。大家知道啊，如果真人的格斗当中，如果一拳右手的摆拳打到你的这个下颌的位置，是非常容易造成眩晕的。
对
啊，那他也是保护自己。
play
的一个核心
是保护核心，也保护自己的有效得分区。
是的，
杜女士现在真的是全权望着这个白色雄鹰的得分区域去了。
哎呦哇，这一下右手的摆拳，
这一下够凶啊！
丹哥也在台下看着场上的两个天花板之间的一个
眼睛冒星
星。
我感觉丹哥跃跃欲试。
我觉得丹哥现在想，你说什么让丹哥上演？我说丹哥想的应该是什么时候能把他的招牌动作融进去啊。
You see this video? This guy, he says that I faked madness to escape from Russian military in the war. So this guy describes how they use drones and all that stuff that side, how they kill people using those stuff that side, and how he survived and how he had to fake madness in order to escape from that side. It's sad, man. It is sad, but it is what it is. If you get to that side by accident, and I know there's a lot of Ghanaians that side as well. Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, usually countries that were during the Cold War, countries which were on the side of like the US, because we had the side of US, then we had the side of the USSR, which was Russia back then. So yeah, it's a sad situation happening. Say that you have to fake madness, man. Although the only issue is this video thing is in our local language, so let's say translate it.
Duncan Shege is a father of one who counts himself as one of the luckiest people. You see, he has just escaped death in Russia.
Na nikaweza kujua vizuri na drive truck
The military.
Yes, za military. Kuwaletea hizo special gift ni kuchapa marisasi. Akili zangu ndio.
Haya, sasa kabla urejee tuanze process.
So basically for him, he said that he was taken to Russia. He was hired from Kenya as a truck driver, and he thought they were going to, he was told that they were going to do the route from China. I think there's a border between China and Russia, or is it Mongolia? But they were going from that side all the way to the capital city of Russia. And he thought that that was what he was going to do. But once he got there, he was given uniforms, military uniforms, they signed forms and all that. And he found himself in the battlefield. Yeah, and in this video, he explains way more. I don't know whether to play it or not, but I feel like it's a different story and somehow emotional of what really happened to him. He still has like bullet fragments, or fragments are from explosives. Is during this, when this video was made, he said that he still had them. And you see now the government's not like the government can help him, because now for us, even our government on its own, it has its own crazy issues, and they feel like this was his fault for him to maybe go that side. But for them, they never knew they were being hired to go and fight for Russia against Ukraine. He thought that it was just a normal job. Then once you get there, there's no way you can leave. Now that's the problem. And majority of the people die. He said in this video, he said that there's like so many, like hundred thousands of people who are just dead in the red zone. They're just dead, and their bodies, like they're just there, they're rotting. There's no way that you can be able to be recovered. And they also say that some bodies, they have been, like they placed there this, they're called IEDs. So you can go there and by accident you're trying to maybe pull someone from your side. You want to bring their body, and then by surprise it explodes. So they just have to leave their bodies there to rot. But the way he explains it, it's very crazy. Like one of the saddest situation that is happening that side. And I know drones are the one which are taking part in those stuff. But those drones are being operated by people. Hello, hello, man. How you doing, megavolt amperes 1000? How you doing, man? Megavolt amperes 1000. And that's a lot of megavolts and amperes 1000. But hello, how you doing? The guy from yesterday did not come back, but I don't think that you are with us yesterday. Then you can hit the like and sub button, Mega hit the like and sub button. I think let me go to Cecil. Do you want me to play this video or to play the robotics video? The only thing is this guy is explaining all this in our local language. So yeah, you see, it's a lot of megas. Yeah, it's a lot of voltage, and we're talking about megavolts. Then the amperes themselves, they're in kilos because of 1000. But I hope you're doing great. Yesterday is when we had someone who said that they had figured out how to generate energy from antenna, from radio frequency, a lot of energy. He said 5 kilowatts. But today he said that it was the circuit itself that was generating energy. But I think I'll have him tomorrow on the show if things go according to plan. And hopefully he also shows up. Say that he wasn't sure, but I hope he does. I hope he does. I think let me play the other robot video that I was playing.
Russia.
Okay. Mimi kuna rafiki yangu alisafiri kwenda Qatar. Venye alienda
So he's just explaining how he got himself, how he found himself in Russia, and how he found himself fighting for Russia. But I think maybe I'll do a different stream for that one. Let me go back to robots. Yo, mega votes. Hit the like button, man. Sub, man. You have a lot of votes. You have a lot of volts, and you have megavolt, a megavolt, and 1000 amperes. That's like you have a lot of power, man. You have a lot of power.
我前面有在提，咱们这个中国功夫的元素得融进去，对吧？
对，火山谁最能打呀？
白色雄鹰
They're all dancing.
哎，
哦，
怎么
开始？
你们也想吸引一下丹哥的注意吗？
不停这个展示自己的技巧当中
哎，
啊。
不是，哥们儿，19比7，你在跳啥舞呀？
好，那我们这边斗牛士申请了一个暂停啊，应该是。
斗牛士有没有我看一下啊，有没有申请暂停？
啊，我们时间是停止了，
时间是
稍微等待一下。
对，但是他们可能
两边意犹未尽啊。
就是在
没事，这个时间段不算分的。
是的，
没关系，没关系。
来，等一下，哎。
但其实没有人敢上去制止。
哎，这就是个人恩怨，这是私人恩怨，这是。
就咱们这机器人格斗还有场外因素，
场外了一下。
必须有啊！
明白。
啊，你不是爱护他们呢，不让我压力他们，他们也是有思想的，好吧？
你让我想起什么帕奎奥对战梅威瑟是吧？来点场外的。
那肯定得有啊。
好了，那看来这个暂停也就不暂停了。
对
这应该就是先打。
但是说是暂停，我觉得这个暂停叫起来是因为什么呢？这不算分，我让你
机器人是这么说的，你暂什么停？你不要吵我，我现在很急。
打伤头了。
哥们，我真的很急啊！
白色雄鹰是做了一个超高难度的动作之后，突然发现。哥们有点闪着腰了，
我看着我的腰都有点疼。
但我觉得这回这个暂停可能是不是要用一下了，还是说不用？
他还能站起来吗？
没事，
躺平了。
斗牛士。
Megavolt, I see.
No.
但白色雄鹰在这个
Megavolt, I was just recalculating the amount of power you have, and I see you have 1 megawatt. Crazy, man. I see you have 1 megawatt, man. Megavolt and ampere 1000。
斗牛士的这个激将法之下，还是成功站起来。
我跟你说，这就是经典的，我前面提到，真的有点像这个梅维瑟跟帕奎奥，就是一个是非常经典的表演型人格他会用非常多这种花式的一些招数。但是斗牛士就是务实派，就是
GT6
安安静静的得分老老实实的打拳。你想看什么样的拳手，咱们的这个URKL 都给你，
都有让我想到了什么呢 ？Touch 的幽默度调到多少？
So Dropman, for you say that they should be
现在
like they need to have a system to see, like a target system or Wi-Fi to see each other. But for now, they're just using LiDAR. They're using LiDAR and it is using LiDAR and 2 cameras. It has 1 camera on the head, another on the chest, and also LiDAR on the head. And all that is to see the opponent, but it looks like they're still not able to see properly. But it has a lot to do with also the chip itself and also how to calculate the distance from the opponent, to know where does my body ends and where does the body of the other person begins. Usually for us, our mind does that for us quickly, but now for the robot, it has to figure all that on its own. In most cases, it needs to be trained like for the right situations. And now what they're doing is more of like training them. And I think if you watch, like right now we're on round 3, 4. Like round 1 was way more boring than round 3 or 4. Then once you get to round 5, it was peak. Like it was the best round, and because they had somehow improved in a way.
这个比分差真是有点大。
说句实话，前面2局就2位运动员稍微有些较真了，现在才开始是我们揭幕战表演赛。
对，
背后来一下
不讲武德。又
这个格挡，
对，大腿的下侧，然后差点又倒了。这白色雄鹰呢，我感觉他就是这回合他没有多少的有效得分，这把就是秀了就算了。但是在前面已经秀了很多段了，我觉得在我心里面他是赢了一半。看你能再秀几下，现在还有大概10秒钟的时间。这一脚反而是被反弹了。
最后几秒钟，5秒钟
，5秒钟时间，看不看？
分数是很难追了。
对的，很难追了。
但是白色雄鹰在这一轮给我们展现了非常高超的连续动作。
是的，技巧性太强了，白色雄鹰这一把。
但这一轮呢，我觉得白色雄鹰就是什么意犹未尽，就是。
I think the white robot won this round.
Dancer 来了。
先不管这个分数赢没赢，反正这个 演绎这一块是已经拉满了。
雄鹰了，对不对？
确实，好像精彩的高高集锦都在白色雄鹰身上。
白色雄鹰不管在哪一方面都非常出众啊，根本非常。
哇，这个踢头，
这一脚其实。
That was a good
该说
one.
不说的，
也就是斗牛士被踢中了。你换一个正。
If you are to go and fight this robot, what do you think? Will you win or will you lose? Exactly. Yeah. They're learning. They're in a learning process, Cecile, as you put it. They're learning from their moves and the opponent moves. That's true. Like for them, all this situation is to learn and improve. So the next event is supposed to happen this August. I think it will be much better than the first one. Then there's another one coming in, I think, October. Then the final one will be in December. Between the final two, I think the December one will be much better and improved in terms of quality of fighting. And maybe it will be way more entertaining.
你换个我上去，基本上我已经倒地了，你知道吗？
对，你像西瓜一样，啪的一下。
不是，刚好这个李老师这身高还是
That was a big
机器
move
人
from
还
the
可
right
以接的，
近啊，我稍微比他高个1-2厘米
啊，攻击范围之内啊。
而且我
In
想
some
说的
cases,
就
it
是
seems
这
like
个只
they're
能说
just
虽然
throwing,
伤害性不高，
like
但侮辱性极强，对吧？一脚踢到
they're
头
just
上，斗牛
fighting
士，所以后
without
面
seeing
生
the
气了嘛，
opponent.
对吧？连续来了这个实用性的猛攻啊。
对，那斗牛士一直在后面做偷袭了，对。
That's the situation it appeared. So this was the end of round 4. So the black robot won round 1, round 2, round 4. But in round 5, it was knocked out like crazy. That one I already posted the video for it for round 5, and it was the most entertaining round of them all.
好，那我们马上进入到今天的最后一轮的一个比赛啊！刚才镜头也是再度给到了丹哥，丹哥依然是在观察当中。我觉得一会儿再可以给个镜头给到丹哥，怎么样呢？就是看丹哥有没有什么新的一个动作，对不对？然后我们之后可以融入进去。
是的，说不定看完这一场比赛还被小机器人启发了一下。
是的，我觉得可以有。我们第5回合也是我们的最后一个回合，准备开始 last round。
时间过得真的很快，我都舍不得结束。
Last round。
是的。Round 5，Let's go！
哇，这么猛！
两边呢，这是
This was
互换了一招啊。
This one I feel like it is more like
也是比
freestyle.
较怎么说呢？哎，斗牛士跟白色雄鹰
背后给了一闷拳。
And the black robot
是
lost
换
its
机
head.
甲呀，但
Was in this
是
round.
这个颜色更加的深厚了。斗牛士这边可能是换了一种风格，因为我们每个团队都有5辆机甲可以换啊。
感觉这个颜色特别的高级黑，你知道吗？而且再加上它这个兽身啊，还有这种流线型设计。
But yet sometimes it's also boring to watch this event when they are just finishing all along.
哎，回防一下，哦，踢到了。
Like there's no keep standing
然后
on.
这一下是
But
踢
the
的有
black
点
one
猛了
has
啊。
我说总能踢到。
black one has one,
是
the
的，
white
这
one
又
has
来了一下回旋踢，但是可惜踢那下没踢中。
试探的
我的
5步。
我是今天白色雄鹰就贯彻一件事儿，帅
just
死飞
wasting
了。
energy. That was a good
同
one.
时倒地了，都有这一脚看效果拔拳，
Beautiful done
可以
again.
3次的倒地，
连倒3
连
下，
踢3次，
连倒4下，
再加上嘲讽。
Again, I think it had to be taken out. I had an issue with it software.
斗牛士被 KO
They
了
came
吗？
and took
有
it
图面的
out
环节
and
吗？
took it before
再
bringing
见
it
我们
back.
都有，我们要看一下裁判会不会进来。
哦，
这边申请暂停了。
暂停，白熊鹰继续跳舞，哎。
差点以为我们今天全场第一个 KO 要出现了。
是的，继续跳舞，继续乐，还是第一次看到这样的一个情况，让
Then in the other video, I explained how you can be able to see
4次。
the way this robot is changing between different actions.
斗牛士你还
Like you see it dance, then it will stop.
一个人的。
有什么技术
It
全展现
stops.
出来吧？丹哥在台下看
Then
啊。
you see it begin to do something else, then it will stop.
变成 dancer
Then you
吗？
see it now doing this, then it will
一般
stop.
动作。
来，白色雄鹰告诉我，
Then again it will do something else. Like
啊，现在有什么动作
the
全
way
部
the
展
board
示
is
吧
trying to load
啊
the
一起收看
instructions that it was given on
可
what
能感
to
觉
do.
现在缺少一个对手。
For me, I
原
feel
来
like
是
there
这
were simple
样
instructions
他
to it,
所有的伏笔都在
like
这最后一
as
局
the，fight
他
goes
就
on.
等着把斗牛
But
士
someone from that side said no, that wasn't
排
the
出去的
case.
时候，现在舞台上面只剩他了。
占据这个舞台，站到了最中央去。
对，有什么招的话，我这整个个人收了，这
喂，
开始 solo 了。
无实物表演啊！他说了，刚白色雄鹰以后说不定可以进军一下这个演艺圈。
对，别人叫暂停，可能这个
Let
还有
me
可
move
能
it
走。
ahead a little bit.
占据这个。
The other robot was knocked
丹哥
down.
给指出现在
It had to go
演
and
绎
get
三
fixed.
系。
手指集成触觉传感。
感谢大家。
的 coser 啊，
人民 coser，
人民的 coser。
This business, I also know that it's very. There's a guy from China told me that this business is very lucrative. That side of like putting on like or modeling like what, like a robot. You see this lady who is in the middle, the one in white, like you put on as a robot. Then you go to places and it attracts a lot of attention and you make a lot of money. Although right now a lot of people in China own robots, humanoid robots, and there's even a business that side where you can be able to hire a humanoid robot and you take it to an event. In case you have an event that is happening like a club or a wedding or be it something, and you want it to create a lot of attention and people to come to the event, you get a robot, a humanoid robot that is. It attracts a lot of attention and a lot of people feel intrigued and they want to come and see it, take videos of it, take someone to take pictures with it or record videos with it, and it creates like a very good business for what you're trying to do, which is a good thing. I think one day I'll look for a second-hand robot, man. In case I get man, I look for a second-hand robot from China and I try to do that. Looks like a nice business. But let's play.
现场所有
跃跃欲试了，现在
对的
还真是。来吧，斗牛士刚刚被抬下去修理了一番之后啊，看看现在恢复了几成啊？喂，这个巴西战斧又来了啊！
开场先给
第一招，这招，哦，
又是一个高扫踢到了对方的头部。
斗牛士不会又晕了吧？
That was crazy.
正面的倒地。
Yeah, this fight was more of interesting. And the head is knocked off. You see how the head is about to fall down. About to lose the head. About to lose the head. But all those are misses. But the head is about to come off. The head is off. Actually, its head, like because of shaking from side to side. But it's still going.
真的是太顽强了，
还在努力。
It is still going.
还在坚持。
Like it feels fun, even you can see the commentators laughing.
体育精神这一块，我
Even the commentators laughing at this situation.
是的。
When you try to
我们看得出来这个斗
like
牛士
make
的主
them
创
appear
团
as
队真的很
human,
用心了。
对，现在有怎样的一个优势呢？
It
我
looks
头
fun.
掉了你就踢不到了。
少了一个得分部位。
对，我头掉了你就踢不到了啊。
Oh. And you see a piece cam, even a piece cam falling off, which could have been catastrophic. Somehow.
斗牛士的头还在，还吊着。
And you see, it's still able to see and
深呼吸，
深呼吸。
天哪，我现在看的我真的是止不住的赞叹，
有点泪目了。
这是项链的，这是。
太感叹了。
没关系，这叫什么？
但是因为我们的赛事还在进行，所以一切都是合理的范围之内。
对
啊，
对的，我觉得
这是机甲啊，这是机甲。
The
我
robot
觉得这
cannot
很
bleed.
明显能看出来，哪怕斗牛士头掉了，他依然能够遥感到对。
真掉了！哦，这是
给丹哥都给看晕了。丹哥说还可以。
Let me bring it
优势
here.
呢，我头掉了。
斗牛士还能。正面的倒地。
You'll see even the commentator was like laughing. And the head came off. And the head came off because it was shaking a lot. I know it was hit when it fell down, but also because of shaking the head a lot.
摇头晃脑中啊！
不会打，不会爆窗
可能真的要丢了。斗牛士还能坚持吗？
斗牛士他还在。
真的是太顽强了。
You see how the commentator is laughing, yeah?
斗牛士他还在坚持。
但我觉得这个要需要裁判的
Crazy
一下判
man.
定了啊。
It gives you some sort of shivers when you imagine if there's a similar thing happening to a human.
还真是。
是的。
很厉害啊！
我们看得出来，这个斗牛士的主创团队真的很用心了。
对，现在有怎样的一个优势呢？我头掉了你就踢不到了。
少了一个得分部位。
对，我头掉了你就踢不到了啊。
又是正面的击倒。 白色雄鹰再击3分，哇，斗牛士依然在战斗，这个名字真没取错啊！
斗牛士的头还在，还吊着。
哎，我这时候想说一句，兄弟，头晕是正常的，
深呼吸，
深呼吸。
天哪，我现在看的我真的是止不住的赞叹，
有点泪目了。
这是项链的，这是。
太感叹了。
没关系，这叫什么？
但是因为我们的赛事还在进行，所以一切都是合理的范围之内。
对
啊，
对的，我觉得
这是机甲啊，这是机甲。
我觉得这很明显能看出来，哪怕斗牛士头掉了，他依然能够遥感到。
No, give up, man, give up, man, give up, man, just give up.
给看晕了，丹哥说还可以这样，
马上泪目了。
哇
29-15. So the black robot has 15 points, the white robot has 29 points. Although the round wasn't over
我觉
yet.
得啊，我不知道全场观众怎么看。
So what they did is they took it out, then they replaced it with another version. So I think they have more than, each team has more than one robot.
你们觉得这是 KO 的话，来点声音好吗？
那我觉得观众的反应就是一切，好不好？啊，这确实，哎，你别说，虽然白色雄鹰输了比分，但是他赢了最关键的那一场 KO 战，啊，所以我觉得白色雄鹰也是场子找回来。但是我觉得今天没有真正的赢家，真正的赢家是我们的重情 T800，
是。
我们将
他们都是重情 T800，
所有重情 T800可以做到的事情都展现给大家了。
是，因为在前面
非常的厉害。
对，前面几个回合白色雄鹰都没有出现这样的招数，可能就真的在最后一个回合，哎。
And someone else said that it was dancing. The dancing was much better compared to the fight.
在这个动作的命中率其实很讲究啊，
不是，我跟你说，一般的剧本也写不出这个一脚把头踢飞。
Megavolt, are you still around? You ready gone?
第5局会有多精彩的时候，没有一个人想到。
来了嘛，今天剧本写满
Let
了
me
呀，就
take you
是
to where the
前面
fight begins
然后
again.
这个
比了，就是
踢飞的，
真的太赞。
其实前几局都有命中。
今天的赢家其实不止 T8。
人了，
对，最后一台了，因为斗牛士
来说是
It looks like this event they only got like special invitations from towards. Don't think that it was open to the public.
但是不得不说，
That's why the next event
最后一台了，
they haven't yet
如果
released
这
like
一台还被
the
一脚
date
踢
or the
翻的话，那就
location.
很不好说。白色雄鹰是不是要先翻这个桌子了？
是的，但是现在
They
时间还有，
replaced
所
it
以
in
如果还
another
要
one.
想通过比分去获胜的话，其实还是有机会的。
对，怎么说呢？我就小回合啊，分了。
最后一台。
Let me take you where the fight begins.
你别跟我说赢不赢
Want
的
to see the
啊！
fight, man?
雄鹰
想要梅开2度，
有
哎呦没中，
飞踢开场啊！
哦好，现在感觉白色雄鹰是真的，
耶！
哎呦，
这一下被对方找到机会了。
是
斗牛士连续的顶膝是起了效果了。
斗牛士说花里胡哨的，
开始掉了。白色
雄鹰好像没有反应了。
难道白色雄鹰
终于燃尽了吗？
等一下，是我们裁判有在读秒吗？
有在读秒。
有的。
疯狂嘲讽开始了，白色雄鹰。
能来吗？
This white one is very good when it comes to standing up. I think the training it has received is much better compared to the black one.
我感觉白色雄鹰现在就奔着 KO 去的，不 KO 不行了
啊！不是，我有注意到白色雄鹰膝盖上那么一块是他的这个
战损。我跟你说
Yo, that was a good one. That was a good. Although it was this luck, but it was a good one.
还是想攻击对方的头部，
对，就想 KO。
毁灭性的打击嘛，确实是。
好，这个高踢没中。
最后40秒时间。
Kick him again, kick him again, kick him again. Yo, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
起来了，斗牛士。
That was a good one. Let me see it.
这个制空感觉。
还是想攻击对
That
方
was
的
a
头
good
部。
one.
对，就想 KO。
毁灭性的打击嘛，确实是。
好，这个高踢没中。
最后40秒时间。
对，但是这个旋风队要中的话。
You see, that was a good one. That was human-like in a way. Go back to fighting, man.
太帅了
But that was a good one. Yo.
这一招差点中斗牛士。
There's a part of its knee coming off. Oh, please. Because it is a part of its knee coming off.
没关系的，还能起来。
因为今天叶师傅在场下，所以招牌动作也做出
The
来
black
了。
robot has 42 points. The white robot has 42 points.
好，最后的8秒了，有没有机会再来
This
一
was
脚？
the 5th round. Yo, it was so good. Though that one was a miss.
最后一轮结束。
They have rung the bell.
最后的一个时间也到了，但是我们看得出来，两边好像是真有点意犹未尽。再次掌声送给我们2位击掌，好吗？来，我们的抽院局，来吧！
我要叫 echo 了。
又是一个飞踢啊！哎，我觉得今天就来到线下看的观众朋友们都有福了。
That was a good one, man.
What about that? What about that? 斗牛士。
不是，
Even
刚
the
那一脚
Chinese
看到脸，
commentary saying that what about that?
回了一下，
对，还回去了。怎么说？白色雄鹰怎么说？我也有那招。
光你会啊，我也会，
有会，
没用而已。
但是你还没踢中过呢，怎么说？
两边一直都在互相的。
That was a miss. But it
这
fell
个正
down.
面应该正手拳吧？
让我们期待一
正手一个
下。
摆拳直接打。
Oh, at this point it fell down. It had to be taken out of the ring. I think this was the end of the event. The black one got knocked out again, and this was the end of it. You can see the ref behind is counting. 1, 2.
斗牛士可能前面
It was knocked
最
out.
后一个
It
回
could
合
not
的这个
be able
旋风
to
踢
stand up
对他
again.
非常大。
面罩在闪烁，但好像
迪迦在闪灯。
打双闪了。
怎么说？打双闪了。我们在
Yeah.
5秒。最后情
30
况
秒时间应该所剩无几了。
估计斗牛
That
士
was
现在
actually
心里
the
面
end
很
of
焦
the
急。
because they go on to talk more, but that was the final fight. The black one got knocked out and could not be able to stand up again. But now in terms of total points, it was the winner because it won first, second, and fourth round. While this one won the
逆
last
袭的
and
剧本怎么说？
还真是。
it won the last. The white one won the third and
真的燃
round.
尽了，可以说。
But it was much better during the fight.
我们
Although it was declared as the winner because the other one is RKO'd.
斗牛士。
That was declared as the winner. That was the end of the video. Who's still around, baby? I don't know who's still around. Share screen. Which screen should we share now? Brother. But Cecilia have a big story that is coming about Maxwell Chikumboso. And about how some people, let me not talk a lot about it, but I think there's something which I've been following and it might be about to happen. Hide from screen. Yes, please. Show on screen. Yes, please. So this is a different event. This one happens in the US most of the times. I think it happens like 4 or 5 times per year. Not for, I think several times, almost twice, sometimes per month. But for now, the next one is going to happen this August. For them, it is under paywall, so you have to pay in order to attend this event. I think it's like VIP is like 500. Is it $500 or $600 for you to attend this event for VIP? And then I think I can check their prices line, but it's usually expensive in case you want to attend. It's not free like the other one. And their videos also, I think when I play this video, they will most probably come and do the thing. But usually later on, I'll just delete that part. But this one happens in San Francisco. They have, mostly they use unitary robots, but recently they got one of that robot which was fighting in the previous event called the Engine AI T800. The T800. Let me play it and you see. Let's skip most of the parts and come to when the event. So for them, in a way, for them, they're trying to compete with robot. There's that robot fighting event which usually happens, but those ones are smaller robots from Autodesk, just many battle bots. And in a way, they're trying to compete with battle bots, but they're still somehow small. And it's just a group of guys who bought some robots from China and then they began using them. They call themselves REK right now, REK, but they have grown in a way and they usually get a lot of viewers. So
Gonna give out tickets to anyone that is going to. So thank you for coming. And right now, I want to introduce Barrett. Hey.
So for them, they are remote control. They're not usually for them they are remote control. They're not fighting on their own. Who is audio, guys? Who is audio? Did I kill audio? I think they had an audio issue on their side.
And guys, please give it up to Nick.
The models they're using is the Unitary G1. It's called G1 Boxing. Kid size smaller in size.
All right, Nick is our battle box competitor and young genius. So, do you think you got some surprises hidden for Barrett or what? Wheels on him, so anything could happen. I'm ready for a fight. Beat him. Let's go. All right, I love that. So give me a second just to step down the ring. I'm just only gonna kick two metal machines here. And
Something.
So let me continue playing the video. Yeah, this microphone today is so bad. The other one, I think it has run out of charge. I don't know why the second one is, but let me just play the video.
Every play matters. With 27 seconds left on the board. Who is going to be taking this one home? Barely getting knocked out. Man, we stand alive. What do you think you have to know? All right, time is up. Time is up. All right, before let's toss it over to the safety board and see how this one goes. All right, guys. So 3 minutes at 10. So 37. Who won? Who won? Who won this one? Who took the most hits? All right, first round goes to Ben. All right, give me this one. It's going to be a bear. It doesn't like Dick Lindley market. I don't know last one. Now, here's the thing: we don't have to keep the rule set whether or not head the parents are allowed to play. We're going to keep your head on. Keep going. Nick has permanently lost his head. It's really bad. On this side. Get up and get it. Take out the air. All right, let's go to round two. We're talking back to the ring. Headless Nick versus Barrett. Barrett currently up 1-0 in the series. A win will finish the event right here for Barrett right now. So I think we have some restocks from the reset right. So we're going to have to figure out whether or not we have to fight them. Yeah, you have to fucking head. Yeah, those restocks, one from each fighter, so those did count.
So you see robots losing heads when they're fighting seems to be something pretty common, or something that happens all the time, because this is a different event that happens in San Francisco. And in this event as well, them robots again, they lost their heads. I don't know who's still around. Looks like I lost my mic and stuff. But this is one happens in the US, and you have to pay. You have to pay to watch it. Oh, you said that there was no audio, but now there's audio. There wasn't audio. Oh, I did not realize. Now you say that there's audio. Okay.
In the rest decision. We're around two starting in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, as the box prepares and you go calls around. All right, let's get the second round started, guys. In 3, 2, 1, rock! Another 3-minute round, round two. Barrett is up 1-0 in the series. Nick immediately going for a kick. I think we have a couple of good points here, as every solid connection to the chest is going to be another kick. I just keep seeing the fact that Nick holds his knees, but if Nick somehow holds it down after losing a head, I will be very impressed with I see legendary comeback right there. Barrett now something that Nick has a couple of options here. He gets the points on the board against Barrett back. And now Nick back against the wall. Kick into it against the Barrett right there. The Nick's trying to line it back up, possibly for another strong hit right here. I guess this beat is good. Like going for it. He's got a knee right in the robot cross. Yeah, Barrett.
This one was so bad.
Great in the wall. Both robots now kicking it.
I feel like this was so awful, but remember this one was remote control. I hope the audio is working out. Let me check. This one was remote control, not like the other one, where they were fighting on their own. Control, not like the other one. Yeah, I think you have audio. So for them, they are remote controlling the robots, not fighting on their own. But it looks more awful than the other one, and it can be able to fight because it's being remote controlled, even if the head is knocked off.
Barrett now at the back to pick knock the thing. I don't know, man. It's like they're getting the ball right now. Passing around the head goes 36 right here. The head is completely off. You have completely he's stabilizing the fight continues. Throwing no. He knew it's out of head. The kick. Ref, hit the head. Ref. Oh my God, the wires are literally coming off of his head. Oh, Nick, there's a ton of points right there with those punches. Oh, there, spacing going up, going down. Nick, honestly, nailing the wall like that was less, about a minute left. He's going to be taking this one home. I was just going Nick, but now it's just oh my God, Barry just carried the money punch right there with a solid punch. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's definitely a broken toe. As well as broken head. The robot really just got a flip something that we can't have. It just kept so much money in steel nickels.
Is that a replay?
Again, they are not like up there. That's like 6 foot. Oh, solid hook to the rib cage right there. If Nick is not lose a win.
So the video gets to this point where it's like it's freezing or something.
It is crazy. Yeah, it's on head.
So
Oh my God,
so you should not say that for them they copied that this event they copied from China. No. This event happened way back before the current one that happened in China. This one I think happened in maybe early July or late June. I think it was June 30th. Because I got this video a long time ago. I was supposed to post it, but I never did.
take out my camera. I think one of my cameras is banging itself at the camera. Oh, the English boy! That's the second English boy in this round. You are in 6 right here. You are in 6. Then we got a knockout here in action. Ref, we are running out of time. It's 6 is broken. 6 is broken. Until the end of round 2. Igor calling. It's been 3 minutes. Igor, it's the last thing to call it. That's not a big hit.
Cecil, I hope you see this. The robot fight events, man, they're happening. This one is happening very far from China. It has been happening in the US for, I think, about a year and a half now. Since last year, they've been doing this event. They host a lot of people, and most of them tend to use the entry robots.
Down to a run for easy. We're taking the second round. All right, he's taking it. All right. I love that. Never stop there. You know what, down ahead. Guys, we're going to the final round here in this best of 3. Nick had really no head. I think those point shots just really pushed him over the edge and made it more for him really well on that. Yeah, that was very impressive. Nick kicked his own head. And then Barrett almost kicked himself with his own robot to the field. Yeah, never a dull moment. Yeah, so we really always have robot on plane or combat right there. If we go to the final round, guys, this is going to be it. $120,000 of robot to stand in this. If he's a couple digits worth of damage of this robot, Barrett's robot might need to repair his after this as well. This is not a cheap fight. We're going to the final round of the fight off. Let's go. Ref, Colin, and we're doing all of these. These really big specialties right here are kicked to the wall.
When they move it to this camera, I can't even see. I think it was supposed to be white, or is it focusing? It's supposed to be focused.
6 months combo just is really not connecting. It's really not connected very often from this. Yeah, this is They're not going to let it come down. Oh! Oh! Kick to the knee! Oh my God! That actually really destabilized. They could have flying. I am amazed that robot still put down.
Looks like the red one will win.
I think the damage on this robot is starting to get to him. Yeah, I've seen possibly a pin defect on this robot on the side. He just going for it. Another whip from Nick there on the right.
They're missing a lot. I think it also depends on who is controlling. Miss. Really dangerous. It's more fun. Big kick. He really can destabilize the other person's robot. Each.
Now Bear going for the 6-punch combo. Not his neck right there. Oh my God. Losing stability. Nick with the pause. It's not like he made one punch. It is sick.
Each. Miss.
Yeah. Oh my God, the running punch. I didn't see it from this angle, but that roundhouse kick right into the chest. Right there, Nick. I want the back of blue robot right now.
Oh.
If anyone's game is going to the second half of the last round,
Oh.
we're going to get it back to
But this one was. How do you think?
Not quite connecting right here.
How do you rate this one versus the one that happened in China? I feel like this one is a little bit slower, even if it's being controlled by humans. It's very slow, not entertaining like the other one.
Oh! Oh, hit from Nick. I just see the damage bounce off this robot. We are definitely going to have some repairs to have to fight this. Oh, Nick, not connected once again. The Bear capitalized and punished. No, he's just the right hand man. That's coming out. Oh, a little bit of a it is a very low range move, but it's 6 points if you hit it. Quite literally. Not a kick. Not going to connect right there. Nick going for the other side. It's done, I think, with the belly button. There's a knee connection back and forth. It's back. It's anyone's game right now. Last 20 seconds remaining. I don't know. They're not going to have to call this one. Yeah. Unless we see a knockout in the next 20 seconds, they go out to all gas there. Oh, Jared's not going to capitalize on Nick. And he's dead. Okay. Nick, trying to feel his way to the robot. Not here to get him. He was punished for that time. Oh, sorry. That's the bill. It's going to come down to a decision stick. Wow. This is for all the marbles. We have definitely caused some serious damage to the robot. The pairs are completely cautious. He lost the head. Nick's chin is gone. It's going to come down to a final decision to call. The only fight that we're doing tonight is a reconstructed back there. Yeah, well, I think Garrett made it back at the end of it. We're going to find out. Eager, who won the first fight in the REK shop?
Red.
It's a call for Bear! Oh. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. I mean, they really went for a lot of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, making it up out of the ring. I mean, 60, 200 pounds of real fucking fear. Six. We cannot let a Chinese police robot loose in the store with 100 people watching by. We can't do this. We'll bring this illegal. Okay, we're gonna want to cut. We're gonna want to cut to the REK.
So these guys also went ahead to buy the T800. This is the new Chinese robot, yeah. The robot that was fighting in the event from China, the URKL, but it's not really new Chinese robot. It's been around for a while, but now they have bought it for their event. And now it's new for them. For them, they've been using Unitary mostly, but they got this one. This robot is about 125k, so it's very expensive. Dollars, that is.
What is it? Guys, we cannot have this in the arena. We didn't even yeah. This is who I fucking live for. You know, the little robot, you feel something. Hey, everyone, but you don't. No fingers in the cage. No fingers in the cage, please. Feel the stick. Does not feel the stick. What are we doing with this? What? No fingers in the cage, people. What the hell is that? Yes! Yes, Leo! Show us what the future looks like! Our new robot, the T-800, straight from China. The Shenzhen police robot is here at the REK store. Oh my God. What are we doing with this? It's a little bigger than the last one. What do you think? I think it's about 6 feet tall and 200 pounds. I can definitely can. Whoa! Leo! Leo! Shut it down! Leo! No. Yo, Leo! Give us a few more. Leo, if it breaks the cage, it kills me. Give us a few more. It's basic strength capacity. Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah, which one do you think is much better? I think the Chinese event one was much better than this event. Yeah, no. Cecile, if you're still around, yeah, let me bring you on now. If you're still around, I don't know if I'm audible enough or not, but this mic had an issue. This is what was the video that the guy shared. He said that no kicks on the nuts. Yeah, there are no kicks on the nuts, but I asked RM no kicks on the nuts. How you doing, man? You can hit the like and sub button. You can hit the sub button. I SRM. But like you said, there's no kicks on the nuts. I feel like this one, the REK one, even if it's being remote controlled, it's not that entertaining like the Chinese one. But I think the reason for that is because the one from the URKL, the one that they were not the MMA robot fight, that one they were going all in. And like for REK, if you destroy your robot, you have to repair it. And for them, I think they have bought a certain number of robots from China, and they have to make sure they maintain them and do that. So they're not going that crazy. Like this other one was freestyle from the Chinese event was more like freestyle. I feel that could be the reason why, because theirs is remote control, but it's not really crazy like the other one, but still entertaining. People pay for it. I think it's 1K. Let me check. Let me check when is the next event going to be. I think it's around 450 for VIP dollars. Bring my keyboard, Rek. Is it rek.com? Let me check right now. I'm going to share the screen. They usually have events happening from time to time. Before I share this other video, let's share screen. Share screen, share screen, share screen. Rek, yeah. Then share screen. So this is their website, and you see the next event is going to happen on August 15. It will happen in their shop, San Francisco. Coming soon tickets. I think I can go to events and see how much it will cost. But this fight simulation. You can also be able to watch it live, or you can go to the venue and be able to see it. But they began doing the live event because if they do it live now, a lot of people can be able to watch from outside. But now you have to pay for it. So the next one is August 15. Fights by city. This is gonna be in San Francisco. You can see how much it will be in case you want to go and watch it, or in case you want to stream it. Wait, there's somewhere where usually you have tickets. Where do you get a ticket? There's somewhere where they show tickets. Simulation, skins, conduct. Oh, tickets are coming soon. Oh, they haven't yet released the tickets. They're saying that tickets coming soon. So they haven't done. Let's see the previous one. Maybe you could see tickets from that. I can't click. They are unclickable. They're unclickable. I see they're unclickable, but usually it's around that amount. Say that how does the algorithm and ads on know what you saw and thought about yesterday, even though you had no discussion or typed anything? How does the algorithm and ads know what you saw, thought about yesterday, even though you had not discussed or typed anything? Oh, you're talking about like it has brought like you've gotten an ad that of something that you talked or discussed yesterday, and you're wondering, right? I think they track your cookies, or but if you just thought about it, what you saw, and if you saw it on your phone, I think if you saw it on your phone and you stayed on the phone for a while watching it, maybe that's how. But in case you just thought about it, but you did not click on it or anything, then I don't know how. Maybe it could be just coincidence. But if you watched it and maybe stayed on it for a minute, then it thought that maybe you like it. Although sometimes you can just click don't recommend this again. I think on YouTube, I don't know about ads. About ads, is there a way that you can stop a certain ad from coming? I don't know. It's possible. As Rem is saying that self-assembled nano camera assembled in your eyeball live to the cloud data senders video info back to the advertiser and algorithm to gaslight you and also bodily integrity. You say that that's how it figures it out, but you don't have a nano camera in your eyeball at the moment. Self-assembled nano camera assembled in your eyeball live the cloud. But it's smart how usually nowadays they're able to know, and you can find that maybe you watched something on a different platform, then you go to a different platform, and it's like they know what is going on. See, I thought they were gonna share prices here, but I think we'll see them next time. But usually prices, I think I've seen 400, around 400, around $400 for VIP to attend the show. Attend the show. You say that unfortunately, yes. But yeah, it is happening. Usually a lot of apps do that, and they track you for in order to send you ads that sometimes make sense. And sometimes it's crazy how they're able to find out. But when it comes to this one that you're saying that nano camera sample in your eyeball, maybe that one will be for the future, like to the cloud data centers video info back to the advertiser. I know for now it happens usually maybe when you click on something or when you want something for a little bit longer. Like for me, there's a moment I bought one AI tool. I think it was Level Ups. Nowadays, on that email, whenever I play any YouTube video, I always get like ads for AIs, like an AI that can do this, one that can do this, click up, I don't know what, Toonby. Like I get a lot of those ads. Like for them, they think that I think I'll buy a game or sub a game, and they feel like that is the right thing to send to me. Are you still around, Cecil? Cecil, this is what the video of the guy shared. He shared this and he said that his board is able to output, as he said here, but now he could not be able to explain more. I mean, we did not give him time to maybe explain more, but I hope we can be able to do that tomorrow.
Koke nyinyi ni ke korea ma. Gui. Koke korea isoke gwe kwata bukwasha.
So for them usually they speak a different language.
Isoke gwe kwata.
I think in Uganda most people speak Luganda, but there's other types there. But you can see he's holding some cables. I don't know, there's a lot of wires here. And he says that this thing is able to produce electricity, which for me, like I'm still doubting like a lot of like crazy. I don't believe it at all. But we shall see maybe what if he can be able to come on tomorrow and explain way more. Na, 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 na. But I think up to that point, it's okay. Let me go ahead and sleep. And thanks a lot for being around today. In case you're here, man, see you next time. See you in the next one.